Yeah, we about to go live.
That's all right. As long as you ain't slow down.
Act like you got them skate. 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 Go live, I'm finna go live. 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 Go live, I'm finna go live.
What's up? What's up? What's up, Kane Nation? We in the building, man. It is Super Bowl Sunday. Talk to me. I see people already in the chat. I'm loving it, man. Let me know everything looks good, sounds good. We got a lot to talk about and a little bit of time to do it because Coach got that cane juice ready to rock and roll. There we go. We got a producer in the building, T. Hine. I am a little earlier than normal. I can't compete with the Super Bowl. So guess what? I found my own lane. So we doing it at 1 o'clock. We got a real good show today. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to open up the phone line, let the people get it off their chest. And we're going to make some things happen. Also, we got another Crush Groove episode coming up, right? Y'all know Big Groove on Twitter, the Miami Most Hated. That's his new name, the Miami's Most Hated. All right, that's my man Groove in the building, but we'll definitely talk about it. The title of the show today is Charlie Strong is out and still searching for OCs. I guess I'll go with the latter first, right? We're still searching for offensive coordinators. There has been a long list of guys. Let me cut this light on. There's been a long list of guys that's been named from James Coley to Arroyo to Cliff Kingsbury to Joe Brady to now his names I haven't even heard of. People ask me, Coach, who do you want? I don't care. I just want a guy so our players can get started. I said this before. I said this last year. Our players are being deprived of a football education right now. What do I mean by that? Meaning we got to get somebody in place. Apple White. There you go. Apple White is now in the mix. Yes, thank you, QB. T. Hines, I'm going to get to that, I promise. But, speaking of Apple White, but I'll get to that. I'll get that, T. Hines. You got me. But there's so many names going on. There's so many different names being put out there. And we know Coach Mario likes to keep things. What is this? Thank you for subscribing to Culturally Controversial Podcast. That ain't me. I don't know what that foolishness is. Somebody done hacked my account. T. Hines blocked this for me. I don't know what that is. But anyway, I don't know who the controversial podcast is, but cultural controversy. But anyway, I don't know what that crap is. My robot tripping. But anyhow, long story short, we got a lot of things to talk about. There's so many names out there, and I can't keep up. I really can't. But like I said, let me go back to my point was. Okay. Sorry about that. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing to Culturally Controversial Podcast. Okay, so the robot is working because somebody's about to get fired. So yes, you just subscribed. So thank you for joining the team. I appreciate it. All right, I was a little confused for a second. Coach on some new stuff. But anyway, back to my football IQ. That's my ADHD working. Our players are being deprived of a football education right now. And what do I mean? Right now, people don't understand. I don't think a lot of people understand how important this time is. This is the time where you start with the small installs, the introduction part of offenses, especially being new guys coming in. So when new guys come in, when I'm talking about coordinators or coaches, it takes a minute for these players to learn these coaches. It takes a minute for coaches to learn these players. What can you do? What can't you do? All right. Those are the things that when I say they're being deprived of a football education. If you had, for example, Josh Gaddis was still in, he would now be in year 2 building off of whatever they did last year. Right now, I'm telling you, in college, yes, they are working out with Coach Feld, the strength and conditioning coach. Yes. But we are now middle of February. Little things are happening in here. All right. Little things are happening in here. And those things have to start working. When you get this late into the coaching search, it becomes an issue. All right. When you start doing that kind of stuff, it becomes an issue because now these players have to get acclimated. Spring ball starts literally March 4th for us. So what, in about 2.5 weeks, maybe 3 weeks at the most? Seems like a long time, but it's not a long time in order to learn different things. Larry Fedora, yes, thank you very much. Larry Fedora's name has now been put in the mix. So there's a lot that's going on and a lot of things that's happening on the back end that we're not privy to. And I know Coach Cristobal likes to keep it tight to his vest, but these names are thrown out there. And big shout out to Alex Dono from Locked On Canes. I just saw a tweet he put out today that it is his fault that every time he brings up a coordinator, the coordinator doesn't come. So y'all give a big round of applause for Alex Dono in the building. Amazing. Amazing to me. Coach Coop, shout out to Coach Coop being back on the scene. But Coach Coop was being blamed because when he was doing his raps and stuff, we would lose the game. Coach Coop would be blamed for us losing the game because he put out a rap or a song or he did something. I think he went to Middle Tennessee State because he's from Tennessee and he did something on their campus and we lost the Middle Tennessee game and people began to blame Coach Coop. So big shout out to Coach Coop. Big shout out to Alex Dono, part of the Illuminati. Somebody put on the Island Canes, I believe, said, I'm part of the Illuminati as well because something happened. I can't remember. Whatever the tweet was, go follow the tweet. I retweeted it. It was funny. But anyway, big shout out to those guys. Let me get a quick dono. Appreciate it. Utown 999. Hey, Coach, I was already concerned with Mario's in-game situational decisions. Now I'm concerned with his talent acquisition. He's always preaching, taking too much time. He is just a great recruiter. Well, we're going to talk about that because in the Crush Groove segment, he in the back right now. I see him. He got his gloves. He throwing a couple punches. He checking his jab out. He making sure it's working. We're gonna kind of hint on that a little bit. So I appreciate the $9.99. Thank you so much. All right. And also big shout out to Canes and Heels. Thank you so much for subscribing to the team. Welcome to the team. All right. So we'll definitely get into that part. I also want to talk about Charlie Strong. Charlie Strong came out on ESPN and said, and this is in quotations, it's not maybe what somebody heard, but this is what he said, that Mario Cristobal and the program decided to go in a different direction. So therefore, he's going to go in a different direction. From my understanding, he didn't say this part, but from my understanding, he did not even get an interview for the defensive coordinator position. Being labeled the co-defensive coordinator, and I don't think defense was a real issue for us. We had some hiccups, don't get me wrong. But giving them a little leeway, it is year one. You putting them all together. He didn't even get an interview. And as you saw in the thumbnail, it said, we got beef. And I think that's beef worthy. I think that he should at least gotten an interview. But he didn't. Or again, we don't know what happened behind closed doors. But sometimes things people don't say tells you more than things that people do say. Put in the chat, let me know what you think your speculation is on why he didn't even get an interview. He was good enough to come there and be a linebacker coach, good enough to be tabbed as the co-defensive coordinator, but not good enough to get an interview. Think about what I just said. Good enough to come be your linebacker coach and co-defensive coordinator, but not good enough to be interviewed for the coordinator position. And he has the resume. Some people say, oh, he hasn't done anything in 8 years and this, that, and the other. Well, he's been a coach. I mean, he's been a head coach. He went to the Jaguars. He did a couple of things. He was, so it is what it is. I would love to know that. Somebody said Coach Mario may be taking his time because he doesn't want to screw this up. Well, in the words of my man Shad, 1419, always in the building. Appreciate you, buddy. In the words of Shad, when he brought up the dominoes, if you think long, you think wrong. I have a different point of view on that, and I simply bring that up because I say the longer you take, the pool of offensive coordinators gets smaller because they start getting pulled out of the pool. Hopefully that makes sense. Yes, there are a lot of guys still floating around, and yeah, you can go poach somebody from another team the same way we did with Kevin Steele a year ago, right? We poached him from Maryland. We just did that to Lance Guidry, if I'm saying his name correctly. There's a bunch of different ways to say it. I've heard Guidry and Guidry, so I apologize. But we took him from Tulane, coming out of Marshall. So it's still time in there. But my biggest concern is the football education for the players. That's my biggest concern right now, in that sense. All right. Let me go through a couple of these chats in here. We got a lot going on. We're going to open up these phone lines here in a minute. I just like to talk to the people. Again, happy Super Bowl Sunday to everybody. Kansas City Chiefs, Philadelphia Eagles. Who's going to win it? Put that in the chat as well. Also, T. Hines brought up, guess what? The Southern Soul Festival. Y'all know I've been promoting it. I'll put it up here right quick if I didn't jack the camera. Southern Soul Festival right here I went to on Friday evening. Let me tell you something extraordinary. Coach Blanco was in the building. They tore it up. They tore it down. It was exciting, man. It was pretty cool. Coach was fresh. Go check my Twitter page. I took a picture. Coach Blanco was in the building. I don't even walk with a limp, but I had McCain with me. You know why I had McCain? Because I had to beat him off. I had to beat him off me. It wasn't no Cougars out there, baby. It was some battle cats out there thing. Huh? I don't have to pay no light bill. I got to pay some insurance bills out there. AARP, if you know what I'm saying. That kind of stuff. It was tough out there. Melissa in the building, hoodie girl. Big shout out to her. The loafers moving silence. I love it. I love it. I love it. And big shout out to you. I think I saw you. Was it on Locked On Canes? If I'm not mistaken, I believe you had your debut on Locked On Canes. We got to definitely get you on the show here as well. So big shout out to Melissa for the 199. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right. Yeah, it was some battle cats out there, Groove. I see you watching you in the background. It was some, hey, rah, like a dungeon dragon. I'm trying to tell you, they was tough out there, man. But it was a lot of fun. The atmosphere was beautiful. Guys, if you get opportunity, that's the first annual. It's going to be another one. So if you're in the Central Florida area, check it out if you like that type of music. Tucker tore it down. King George tore it down. It was excellent. It was great. We had a great time. But anyway, let's get back to these Canes. Let's open up the phone lines. Let's talk a little bit. I want to hear what people have to say. There's a new phone number. There's a new system. You're going to call in. You're going to automatically be muted. I'm going to get to you. I will call out the last 4 digits of the phone number to let you know I'm coming to you. So go ahead. You can call in. The new number is 862-799-9956. If you call the old number, you'll be talking to some old lady with some cats. Huh? Second, let's give a big shout out to Alex Tabio right here from Pioneer Mortgage Funding. Anything you have to do with home financing, check him out. He does a great job. Coach just did another deal, and it's working out great. Interest rates are a little high. Get your scores up. Check him out. It's a free phone call. His number is 305-205-1697. And he would definitely help you out and get your stuff in order. Why do I say that? Because if rates come down, a deal comes up real quick, guess what? You have an opportunity to make it happen. All right. So, all right. Coach didn't do what he's supposed to do. Coach, we already got a call on the line. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you're calling from.
All participants are muted.
My bad. I just muted you. All right. Talk to us. We got a call on the line, 9108. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you're calling from.
What's up, Coach? You talk in the building is L. Frank, man. You know I had to check in.
What's up with you, Larry Frank, baby? Y'all, hey, give it up for you talk, baby. What's going on, man?
Oh, man, we chilling, man. Chilling on this Super Bowl Sunday, man. Not trying to get into too much. getting the food together. And man, I said before the festivities start on football game, let me see what's happening. I see you on, man. I just chiming in, man, trying to see what's going on.
So let me ask you this, Frank. What's real quick, man? What's your thoughts, man, on the OC hire and the Charlie Strong deal?
All right, real quick from the OC side, I think Mario is waiting because the reports are that he wants to talk to the Eagles. I think it was the quarterback coach or whatever. But he's got to wait until after the season to do so. And you got to see if the OC for the Eagles gets promoted to a head coach. Thus, the quarterback coach would be, I think, promoted to possibly an OC. So he's got to wait for that to play out. So, I mean, he's got his list of guys, I think, that he wants to talk to on that side of the ball. I saw reports that Major Applewhite, he's been talking to him. You've gotten, Jason Campbell, the Toledo head coach, turned the job down this week. So I think he's doing his due diligence with the OC side. I think you'll have an answer this week. I think, by Tuesday or Wednesday, we will know our OC. Whoever that may be, I think that will come out.
Well, we'll find out, man. So real quick, what's your thing on the Charlie Strong? Somebody said Eldridge Promise said he did interview. I didn't hear he interviewed. Maybe he did. I don't know.
Here's the thing, Coach. Charlie Strong, and I don't want to sound disrespectful because I mean he's a great football mind. Been in the game over 30 years. He knows the game of football. The thing with Charlie Strong is the time. This is a different era of football. This is a different way that football is being played. Personally, the only problem I have with the way this situation was done was that if indeed Mario did not talk to him after he had the title of co-DC, I think that's something that Mario might be a little out of pocket for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying you gotta have him for consideration and hire him, but I mean Charlie Strong's been in the game long enough that he deserves the respect of at least having a conversation. And in the course of your conversation, if you feel that the philosophy of the defense is not something that you think you want to roll with as the head coach, then at that point, then you go ahead and say, look, Coach, I hear what you're saying, but I don't know if that's going to work. But at least you gave him the interview, at least you had a conversation. Because I'm going to tell you something. I really believe that using Charlie Strong is going to hurt more from the linebacker position side than a potential DC, because even though the linebackers weren't great, they did play better under his tutelage. So that's what I'm worried about losing him. The fact that he may have, left because of the snub, as it was stated. We don't know. That's what was said. That's what was put on, out there for us. So we don't know the real reason. But the fact that it was said that, he left because he was snubbed. I thought Wesley was saying something in there. It's going to be a leader of that group. So he did some things with Corey Flagg, made Corey Flagg play a lot better, a lot more sound, fundamental football from the linebacker perspective. And with the group of guys we coming in, you would love to have a guy like Charlie Strong mold to shoot those young men at the linebacker position. So that's the only problem that I got, man. If it happened like that, which we don't know,
Mm-hmm.
I had that issue. I said, come on, Mario, at least have a conversation. Give him that much because he's earned that much respect as a guy that's been in the game for 30-plus years coaching football. He won 2 national championships for DC. He's definitely a great football mind.
So I'll say this, Larry Frank. Only reason we normally do the 2 minutes, but I got to give my guys their respect. But I have nobody else calling in, so I'm just saying this in part, guys or ladies. If you call in, I give you 2 minutes. Once you're on, the 2-minute time will be running. Once you hear that sound, that means you better land the plane. Because if you don't, your plane will crash, and it'll sound like this. And I'm gonna have to hang up on you. And I don't want to hang up on you. Listen, I'm a paper tiger. I just be talking trash. It'd be hard for me to hang up on people, man, because they're part of the team. You can't treat a team like that. But let me give 2 little quick pieces of love right quick before I ask you another question. $20 right there from Kioki Fuentes. I hope I said that correct. $20 to tell him, Coach. Well, I'm gonna tell him. I promise you I will. For $20, I'll tell him more than what you want me to. And for Bishop Newkirk, $10. He says, blessing family, Coach Hayes and V12 and Brother Jay. Thank you so much, Bishop, man. These people have always been supporting this channel, and I thank you so much. Now, I'm going to go back and ask you a question. I've heard the name come up from the Eagles. Do you really believe? I just think logically here. Let's take the fandom out. Let's take the orange and green off for 1 second. Do we really believe that the Eagles quarterback coach will leave there and come to a rebuild in a Power 5 program to become the offensive coordinator, not the head coach, but the offensive coordinator? Do we think that? See, again, because we heard these stories before. We've heard these stories, Frank.
Right.
Last year, I'm going to go through the whole still again. I'm still waiting for other people to call. That's why we're going to ride out, but hear me out. Last year, we don't have anybody because he's on recruiting. Okay, I get it. We don't have anybody because we're waiting for the season to end. We're going to get one of these guys. That came and went. We don't have anybody because the guy we're going to get is in the playoffs. Okay, that came and went. We don't have anybody because we're going to get somebody from the national championship. That came and went. We don't have anybody because we're waiting for the NFL season to finish. That came and went. We don't have anybody because we're waiting for the Super Bowl. That's right where we are today. That came and went. And we ended up with Kevin Steele, who was sitting on the couch, literally on the couch the entire time. He got a job with Maryland for like 2.5, 3 weeks, something like that. And then we end up getting Josh Gaddis from Michigan. So I said all that to say, are we following? Are we repeating this cycle again?
I think so. And I'm gonna tell you why, Coach. The patterns are there. You know, it's kind of like Law and Order, man. Anybody that watches Law and Order, if you watch those episodes, man, you have different cases, you have different crimes or whatever natures of crime. But look at all of the episodes of Law and Order. When it comes time, what do you see?
Dun, dun.
Of as far as, you know, the investigative side.
Yeah, they start off with the crime. They start off with the police. Then they go to the courtroom. You're right. It is a pattern. Yeah. But the problem is that pattern seems to work. That's why Law and Order been on for a long time. Does this pattern, will this pattern continue to work? Because it may not be on for a long time. But I'm going to get rolling because we got more people calling in. But go ahead. Finish your point.
Yeah, real quick, because I don't want to hog it up. I want to let everybody else time. Real quick, I'll answer that. That pattern will not work, Coach, and I'm going to tell you why. Because you got to be proactive. You got to be proactive in this game. The coaching carousel is too fast in today's game to say that you're going to sit back and wait on upside of a candidate. You know, and I mean, listen, Jason Campbell turned you down. You know, so you're waiting to see what's going to happen reportedly for the Eagles and all of this for the quarterback coach. At the end of the day, we heard the Ken Dorsey stuff. And I mean, we all know this. If you're in the NFL is the highest level of football you can get. So if you get to the NFL, you're not going to the NFL to ultimately come back to college. The only way you're going to come back to college from the NFL is if the NFL doesn't work out for you. We saw that with Jim Mora Jr. We saw that with Nick Saban. So these guys that are
Matt Rule,
NFL, they're not trying to do that to come back to college. But yeah, Coach, I ain't gonna hold it, man. But it's great talking to you, and I'm gonna get off and I'm gonna continue listening and watching you, bro.
I appreciate you, man. Y'all go check out You Talk, baby, over there on YouTube. Just type in You Talk. You'll see my man Larry, Frank, and Devin over there, man. They got a great thing going on, and I appreciate you, brother, as always.
Back at you, bro.
All right, now,
Coach. Have a good one, y'all.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Yes, sir.
All
right, man. Good call right there. I'm coming to 6661. Coming to 6661 next. I am letting you know right now you have 2 minutes. I'm going to put you up on a timer. Like I said, you hit a bing bong. You got a few seconds to finish your last bar, or if not, you will crash and burn. So let's go ahead and talk to him. 6661. You are on the line.
What's going on, Coach?
I'm good.
What's going on, Coach? I ain't gonna take you too long, man. I think the elephant in the room with Mario and this coaching stuff is he always wanted to put his hands in the cookie jar. You got Gaddis, you bring Gaddis here, but now he can't bring his guys. You bring in Steele, but then you tell Steele, well, you can't bring your D-line guy. You can't bring your corners guy because I want to bring in this guy. So it feels like to me that a lot of these guys really don't want the Miami job because it doesn't seem like a good job. Would you disagree?
So I have a point. I don't want to eat up your time, but you do have a point there. I don't know if it's not a good job. I think it may be some things where, and again, this is speculation. I don't know if guys are enthused to work with Cristobal. I don't know if guys are looking at, hey, maybe not. I don't know. We'll look and see, man. We'll definitely have to check it out and see.
I mean, I don't want to, get you in trouble by making you pick a side. I just feel like
I don't owe anybody anything. Listen, this Coach Hayes football. If I want to go live, I go live. I don't. So it's not about getting in trouble. what I don't want to do on this, like what I don't want to do is voice an opinion that I can't back up factually. So that's why I always kind of I always try to hedge my bet. Now, if I know something factually, I will say that. But I can't say that, guy. I can only speculate based on the way people are moving, that if you've had this list of names and nobody's taking it, one, you used to be able to say, well, they're not going to get the money. That may be a deciding factor. Well, now we're shelling cash. Right. So that eliminates that part. So now, you know what I mean? So it used to be a couple of things why people may not take the job. Well, I'm not coming to Miami for $400,000 when coordinators are making $900,000 at lesser schools, right? Now that's not the issue. So now guess what happens? Now it's, we building a culture. Is it a Mario thing? Do I want to be part of a rebuild? It's a lot of other speculation in that. So that's why I say that.
Well, but I mean, to even go back to the Charlie Strong thing, I don't think that Charlie Strong forgot how to coach. I don't think that Charlie Strong can't run a good defense. I think that it looks like the guys that he's putting on the staff, or the guys that he likes on his staff, are not necessarily guys who are vocal. Guys who will, oppose him, guys who have a different philosophy. It seems to me that he's trying to put together a staff that he feels comfortable with, and that he believes that as long as he can recruit top talent, he can put together a staff of Coleys and Ponces and guys like that, and just give them really good talent.
Well, guess what? But guess what? This plane
just didn't fit the.
Well, this plane has already crashed, right? But we surviving just a little bit. We surviving, right? We on the ground. We hurt, but I'm gonna land this plane right here. I got to move on. Here's the thing.
What?
But you've had a Frank Ponce, and Frank Ponce decided to leave. You've had a guy that you chose to work with before at FIU. I don't know their true relationship, but you had a guy you chose to work with, and he decided to say, "Hey, I'm gonna go down and back down a level and go back to where I was at App State and be the coordinator." Because apparently I wasn't gonna be. So if Josh Gaddis was to leave like he did, Frank Ponce has coordinator experience. Why wouldn't he move him in there? See, so there's a lot of what ifs in that deal, man, if you understand. But I got to run, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm going to 2158 next. Thank you, man. Great call right there. I really appreciate it. 2158 coming to you. You got 2 minutes on the line. I told you I'm a paper tiger. I just be talking trash. Call or talk to us, 2158.
I want a battle. I said, hey, yo, you know what I'm here for. But I'm going to say this right here to you real quick, like Coach Hayes. How did I die from the plane crash and I'm all the way in South Carolina?
Hold up.
How did I die from that?
Hold on. Say it again.
I want a battle. I want a battle.
I said, how did I die from the plane crash when I'm all the way in South Carolina?
I don't know how you died from the plane crash. How did you die from the plane crash? How did that happen?
Because you said 2 minutes, Coach. 2 minutes, Coach.
All right, go ahead. I'll start
you. Or the plane go there. When I was young, I'm just messing with you, Coach.
Go ahead.
You know what I want. I'm calling in. We talked yesterday. I just want to get in. I want to battle. I want to set that battle up for the next couple of weeks or whatever. And on the Mario thing, I think the last caller was right on the fact that I don't think he want alpha dogs around him. I think he want yes men around him. Period. Point blank. That's what I think. That's just my opinion, though, Coach.
So Zoe, hold up, Zoe. For y'all don't know, this Hurricane Zoe 2, what is it? 1219? Hurricane Zoe 1219 on the line right now. He just said something real strong. 2 things he said strong. 1, he said he want to battle next week. Hold up. Look at my dog right here. I'm finna go in and add him to the stream. He said he want to battle. Yeah, I see you out there, Groove. I'm gonna go and take you down. Groove in the background. He throwing his punches in the air. And then next is you say he just want yes men around him. Explain. Got you a minute. Go for it. Go for it.
I feel like he doesn't want any men with any type of substance. I feel like he's afraid to be challenged. He's never really been challenged. He's always had it handed his way. To me, he's a spoiled kid. He's never really had to. It's been everything to me seems like it's been handed to him. So when someone challenges him, he doesn't like it. So it's better to have people that around him that are not going to challenge him. Just my opinion. No facts about it. Just opinions.
That's pretty good. Hey, that's tough right there. Can you give us an example?
Well, I mean, like you said, with Charlie, you had men around you last year. You had 2 national championship coaches, and I'm pretty sure they challenged you on some things. Even Gaddis was able to challenge you on a few things, even though I didn't like him because he was a bronze winner. Everybody that had something that was able to challenge you is gone in 1 year. I've never seen that happen in college football history.
That's interesting, man. That's interesting. But guess what? Your plane has landed, so right on time. You know, I appreciate you, dog. I'm finna get into this Crush Groove here in a little bit. We'll take about 1 or 2 more calls. We're gonna make it happen, man. Appreciate you, dog. Y'all go check out Zoe on Hurricane Zoe, man, on 1219 over there on YouTube, man. Just type in Hurricane Zoe, it'll pop up. All right, here we go. We're coming to right now 0184, and then after that, we're gonna get into this Crush Groove deal. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from. You got 2 minutes to land your plane. Caller 0184. Caller 0184. Mayday, Mayday. We got a problem. They out of here. Holla. I guess they didn't want to take the call. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and suspend this for a quick.
The conference has been locked.
I'm gonna suspend the phone line for a quick second. I'm gonna go ahead and bring this on. You guys can call back. I locked it out. All right. Here's what I want to do. Let me take these phone numbers down. I got too much going on, man. I got so much going on. Y'all talked about this guy. This is a new segment we got. It's called Crush Groove. If y'all don't know who Groove is Miami's biggest troll. He's a Manny lover, a Mario hater, but he loves the Canes. I have to say he loves the Canes. If you ever listen to him, he would have you come in the house and kick the dog. He would have you drown the goldfish. He would have you throwing clothes out your closet because you're pissed off at him. This guy can make you mad. This guy right here has had me throw my own phone, and I don't even know why. Had to go buy a new one. Y'all clap it up for my man, Groove.
What's happening? What up, Coach? What that jelly sandwich at? What that jelly sandwich?
I don't know about that, Groove. Groove, I've been watching you. There's 263 people in the building on this great Super Bowl Sunday. And I think you're about to ruin some people's stuff, man. I really believe.
Hey, that's what I'm here for, baby.
I really, truly, and firmly believe that you're about to tear up some people's stuff. We're going to put a poll up. I want y'all to start. Put a poll up. Who's winning this battle? Next, I must bring in his opponent, Mr. Hayden Untz. He's a no-face, no-case type of guy. I don't know why he's not showing his face. It would be great to see his face.
Can you hear me?
I don't know how. Hey, I don't know how this battle gonna turn out. If he can't work the camera, that means we in bad shape, dog. I hope you got some great talking points. Because if
you got to give him access to your camera, baby. What's up?
Oh Lord, we got a rookie on the line.
There you go.
Here we
There
go.
you go.
There you go.
Yo, whoa, wait.
What's going on, man?
Hey! Yo.
Y'all clap it up for Hayden Unts in the building.
What's up? What up, Groove? Yo, this camera
What's
is
going
not...
on?
All right, that'll have to do. What's good, Groove? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. You got
right.
what you asked for. You getting what you asked for.
I'm glad he called you a Manny lover. I'm glad he did, bro. I'm so glad.
It's
He is.
good.
He's most definitely.
My guy just raised them Rose Bowl flowers, man. You feel me?
As a
He was in the bowl
coordinator,
game this year.
never said he wasn't a good coordinator, but he's not a good coach, not a head coach, bro.
I mean, he 3 years compared to 15. You feel me? One thing he never did was go 5-7 at Miami.
Well, as you see, Coach Hayes has already lost control of this fight. And so with that being said, and I'm just teasing. So with that being said, we're going to jump into this deal. Here it is. These are the rules to the game. 1, there's no cursing. 2, you have 2 minutes, 2 5-round minutes. Use it how you choose. This is the topic. The very last round, the 5th round, Hayden Unts and Big Groove. You get to ask your opponent a question, see if you can stump them. That may be the difference in winning and losing this battle. You understand? Okay.
Yes,
The topic for today. Is, will Mario Cristobal win a championship by the end of the 2024 season? Not this year, but next year, will he be a conference champion? That is the topic of the day. Hayden Unts, you are the challenger. You get to choose whether you like to go first. Talk to us. The poll is in the top.
I want to hear. Oh, you want me to go first, Groove?
No, I'm asking. It's up to you. Hey,
I want to hear Groove.
He's the guest. He go first.
All right, so Groove.
No.
Groove. He said you go first. So let's get it. You got 2 minutes, Groove, in the building. Let's go.
What's the question? Will he win a championship in next year? No. Reason why I feel like
2024.
2024. No, I don't feel like he will win a conference championship by 2024. The reason is because I think, for one, I think he has too much high turnover rate in coaching staffs. You feel what I'm saying? I was listening earlier. Some of the guys made some good points. Like Zoe said, I'm one of those guys that any guy that come in and try to challenge him or have an opinion on something or how things should go, I think he doesn't like that. And I think that, you know what I'm saying, he would find some type of way to get him out the program. Also, if you really kind of look at Mario's track record, he really needs everything to be in perfect sequence for him to be successful. Think about it at Oregon. He had a first round pick quarterback. Still did kind of mediocre with that. They won the Pac-12, which was a mediocre conference at that time. You feel what I'm saying? They went 12-2, but they also went 4-3 the following year. You feel what I'm saying? I think Mario has to have everything perfect for him to win, to be a winner. You seen last year when we got injuries, what happened? Everything went downhill. His in-game coach is starting to suffer even more. You feel what I'm saying? You're rotating 4 and 5 quarterbacks. You're not selling it on one guy. You feel what I'm saying? You pick Ja'Carri Brown one week, and then you don't step in as a head man to say, no, we riding with this guy. You get no continuity with a program like that. You feel what I'm saying? Also, look how long it's taken. Just look at the track record. Just look how long it's taking him to hire an OC, bro. It doesn't take that long. Identify your talent and try to get them. If that go, moving to the next guy. You have this is the thing, bro. Spring ball, you gotta get continuity early because in mat drills, these guys are able to go over the playbook with the coaches. So that means now it's February 12th. Last year we got Gaddis February 8th. So we 4 days past the last year when we hired Gaddis. We start spring ball in 3 weeks. What type of continuity do you have? You got to understand they can't meet with the coaches that much in the spring. So you mean in the fall? In the summertime. So you mean to tell me The next time the coaching staff will really be able to engage with the players is in fall camp, but you expect to be successful that season. You got TVD going on his third coordinator. Your quarterback is the one that's hurting the most out of this. He has to learn the whole system. And then I'm pretty sure Mario is gonna bring in the guys that he wants. You feel what I'm saying? I would be surprised if Mario let the OC bring in his guys because Kevin Smith needs to be fired. You feel what I'm saying? Honestly, if we're going to be real, Mirabal needs to be gone. But I would give him a pass because he had a lot of injuries. I give him a benefit of the doubt. But I still need to see some limbs gone like he promised. You feel what I'm saying? Let my time up. Go. It's on you.
Here we go. Hayden, I have to say this. I would be unfair if I started your timer. Coach Hay was so preoccupied. I didn't start Groove's timer on time. So therefore, no, I'm a fair guy. So therefore, I'm going to let you ride. I'm going to let you run. And guess what? I'll start the time. I missed it by about 35 seconds. I saw it. So that being said, go for what you know, brother.
All right, man. I think we are jumping to conclusions. Everyone's heard of recency bias. It's been one season. Let me say this. Let him get his guys in. I'm going to give him this season and next season. Manny got his 3. Manny was horrible his first year also, and I'll give him credit. He got rid of the main issue, Dan Enos. He got rid of Enos. He brought in Rhett Lashley, brought in De'Aaron King. The guy made some good moves. We had a solid year. Could have been even better. That UNC game got out of hand. Then he tried to come in, be a DC. I don't even want to keep talking about Manny. All I'm saying is the guy's a great coordinator, but I think we're jumping to conclusions going ahead and writing Mario off. I think he did do a better job than we're giving him credit at Oregon. I also think that his ties to Ruiz, is money not the name of the game right now? Is NIL not running recruiting? So his ties to Ruiz, give him his 2 to 3 years to bring his talent in. That's why we said the question by the end of 2024, not this season, but the following. Can he win a conference championship? The answer is yes, he can. Now, you made some points. I'll give you that. You said everything has to be perfect. Mario has not proven himself as a coach. I will give you that. But he has proven himself as a recruiter. We know he loves Miami and South Florida. And I think a lot of the issues with some of the coordinators this year might have been with his ego. But here's the deal, bro. And here's what I really think it's going to come down to. This is his life on the line. If he don't let that ego go and make the changes he needs to make and bring in the people that he needs to bring in and quit deciding, hey, we're going to run this type of offense or that type of offense because that's what I do, then you know what? We might be having a different conversation. And I'm going to tell you right now, if we're not competing, if we're not in the ACC championship game by the end of his 3rd year, I will be right there with you calling for his head for the money that we paid and for all that he advertises and all that he's supposed to be. But I do think we need to give him his time. Let him make his hires. Let him make his adjustments from year one. Let him get his players in. Let him coach them up. I think we had a lot of personnel issues. I think we had a lot of Manny guys. I think there was definitely some things that were lazy. Something was off. There wasn't a lot of chemistry. Obviously, all these people have been hitting the portal, so it's going to be a fresh start. So I just want to give him his 3 years. Manny got his 3. It was a quick, lazy hire by Blake James because we really should have let him give him a year or 2 at Temple to earn it. But in my opinion, Mario is the guy. He's going to prove to be the guy because if not, he's done. He's embarrassed. He's the laughing stock of Miami and of college football. If he fails, he can't fail. He can't.
Hey, that's how you land the plane, baby. Groove, talk to us, man. Listen, he made his points. Maybe you want to count them. It's on you. Got it. 2 minutes. I'm on the clock now, baby.
Okay. So you said he need 3 years to get to win, right? The new age of college football doesn't take 3 years for you to be successful. Mario Cristobal has had the luxury of having the highest budget in Miami history. He has free range to do whatever he wants with the program. He can flip his roster at a drop of a dime. Boom. Just like you saying we got rid of how many players in the portal? Now with the NCAA, the new NCAA rules, however many players transfer out, that's how many players you can bring in. So, like I always said, this year it should have been 10 wins or bust. Next year, I'm going to say 10 wins or bust. Because you got to think, bro, those same people that y'all saying was Manny guys, they went on a 6-game winning streak and only lost to by a Hail Mary to Florida State. TVD was a Heisman candidate coming into the season. We had one of the best backfields coming in college football. You feel what I'm saying? We have no identity. You're trying to force a square in a round hole. It didn't fit. Mario, as a coach, hasn't proven. Just look at his track. If you look at it, we ran the same exact offense that he ran at Oregon. A Tiger don't change his stripes, bro. It's gonna be hard for him to change the ways that he want to do things. Why do you think it's taking so long? And I was going to save this. It's taking so long for him to hire certain guys because he doesn't want to give full autonomy over those side of the ball. You can say what you want about Manny Diaz, but he let his coordinators coordinate. He didn't have nothing to say what Rhett Lashley did on offense, and that's why he was successful. You feel what I'm saying? He got rid of everybody that Mark Richt had and allowed Enos to bring in who he wanted. And then he got rid of all those guys. I wish he would have kept Hickson. I love Hickson. Well, he brought in Hickson. No, he brought in Hickson with Lashley. So that's what I don't think he's gonna be able to change his stripes.
Ooh, already hit that button, baby. Down goes Frazier. Hayden, talk to him. What's your rebuttal?
The year you're talking about where Manny ran off those 6 wins, we still only went 7-5, bro. We had horrible losses. But let's go back to Manny's first year real quick. Worst losses in Miami history, and Middle Tennessee State was still one of those as well, and Mario's responsible for that. But that year was just as bad as this year. I don't care if there was one more win and if they made a bowl or whatever, but that was after his first year, and I'll give him credit. He made adjustments. Things got better with Rhett Lashley. I think Gaddis was a horrible hire. I think everyone at Michigan was glad to see him leave. They knew he wasn't running the plays, and I don't know enough to say whether or not Mario was running the offense and telling Gaddis he has to do things this way or letting Gaddis, run. But it speaks volumes to me that a lot of people seem to speak down on Gaddis. I think it was a bad hire. I think the guy was overhyped, and I will give you that. But that's where we need to give him his chance. Like you said, we lost a lot of people. We can bring in a person for every person we lost. This recruiting class is elite. I know we lost Cormani, we've lost some people, and things are going to happen, but to go 5-7 to have this type of class proves the guy can recruit. Talent's at least 50% of it at this level. It is. Now, he has to be a good coach. I'm going to give you that. He's got to learn to let go of the ego. He's got to bring in the right people. Maybe this DC Guidry, however you say his name, maybe he is solid. Maybe we don't need the big names. I don't know. I'm going to let him make these hires because we brought the big names in last year and it didn't even work. Steele's gone to Bama. But the defense looked horrible. Cam Kitchens and I think Strong did a good job with the linebackers. And there were some good hires there. I just don't think they gelled. I don't think there was chemistry within the staff. And I do think Mario had an ego problem. But what I continue to preach is I do believe that Mario knows he's got to let go of that ego problem and let someone come in with an up-tempo offense. He's got to change his views on offense. He can run his defense. He can recruit his linemen. He's got to bring people in. They're going to bring us the weapons we need. He can recruit. Can he coach? I think he can. I need 2 years for him to prove it for me. And if not, I'll be calling for his head just like I was Manny's. But I'm just telling you, bro, that last year, Manny, there's no way I could tell you and truly, honestly think that Manny would have been the better hire. I think Mario will prove to be, period. 2 years.
All right, here we go. Round 3. Talk to us, Groove. Real quick before we do that, I gotta give love to them donos in here. So we got Reggie for the $5. Man, he was balling on a budget. Mario was given a war chest of funding to go out and hire the best coordinators, and Manny didn't have a Ruiz backing him. Well, you can use that as ammunition or not, but I appreciate you, Reggie, for the $5. Go ahead, Groove, talk to us.
And that's what I was gonna say. He didn't have the arsenal. But this is the thing, bro. And I don't want to turn this to a Manny versus Mario thing. We have to understand that y'all continue to compare a first-time head coach to a coach that's been a head coach for 13 years. and with less resources. He did more with less. Manny brought in 2 top 15 classes. He had 2 number 11 ranked classes. He brought in 2 5-stars. He always recruited well on the defensive side of the ball and the offensive side of the ball. Yes, Mario has recruited better on the offensive line, but if we want to go skill players, it's far better by Manny Diaz. And I want to get into some stats. You talk about Lance Guidry. Okay, you didn't even give Charlie Strong an interview, and that shows his lack of competency as a head coach. You brought this man in, and you thought about him enough to be a co-DC, but you didn't show the man a level of respect to give him a doggone the DC interview. Lance Guidry, before he was at Marshall being the DC, he was at Florida Atlantic as a safety coach. The year before that, he was at Southeastern Louisiana as a DC. He never in 30 years of a coach, he's never coached at the Power 5 level, even as a position coach. You feel what I'm saying? But you choose to hire a guy over Charlie Strong that's a 2-time national champion and that's possibly back on his way to the University of Alabama. Make that make sense. But you want me to understand. You want me to believe that Mario is the guy when he's making incompetent decisions on overlooking guys that you shouldn't even hire. You shouldn't even give an interview, even if you didn't feel like maybe you give Strong an interview and say, hey, I peeped out this. I peeped out the deficiencies that we had on the defensive side of the ball. I feel like I can improve on if I was given full range. He didn't even give Strong that chance to even say any of this stuff. You feel what I'm saying?
All right, we're at the bottom of the third. Talk to us, Hayden. What's your rebuttal?
All right, man. I don't know enough on that, to be honest. I don't know what the deal is with him and Strong. But look at Strong's track record recently as a DC. Are you sure we wanted Charlie Strong to be our defensive coordinator? I think he's a great coach. I do think he did a good job with the linebackers because I think Manny recruited some bad linebackers, and that was part of the issue. You keep speaking on his classes, but we were sitting around 80th before Mario got the job. If I'm not, I might be wrong there. But and you also talk about this hire being a lower level hire. Well, people wanted Frank Ponce to be the OC, and he was at Appalachian State, and that's a pretty low level hire as well. I'm not saying you wanted that. I'm just saying, but let's not lie. Let's look around Power 5 football. Has there not been some solid hires from some lower level guys or some? Do we not have any trust in the guy's ability to bring in maybe something to fit the program right? I mean, he brought in Steele, and now Steele's going to Bama. Obviously, something didn't work out last year, but the guy can obviously coach. Charlie Strong, he brought in, great linebacker coach. I don't know where was Charlie going to end up, but I don't think he was the choice for defensive coordinator. I really don't. I don't know if it was an ego issue. I don't know if Manny really messed up, or Mario. Sorry, wow, or if all of this is just because there was no chemistry. Yeah, coach, it's all good. Give me a minute. There was no chemistry between the coaches. No chemistry. So let him bring in his guys. Yeah, you got it the first round. But anyway.
Go ahead, man. Talk your talk. You got 2 minutes. Talk your talk.
All right, look, all I'm saying is there's been turmoil in this program for 2 decades. It's going to take something more than Manny Diaz we got to bring in somebody like Mario to get the program in order. I don't know if he is the best coach in the world, but he obviously can recruit. He's got that military mindset, period. We needed that. Manny admittedly was soft. We didn't hit him practice. But again, let's go past Manny. The 2 decades of turmoil in the program. It's going to take time. Maybe it could have been Manny. Maybe we should have given him more time. But we went out and hired Mario. We spent the money. So, let's sit back and see. And yeah, my guy said that Manny was balling on a budget. Manny was balling on a budget while cruising around in the yacht with, $100,000 chains around our necks for turnovers when we're down by 40 points. It ain't like, he had connections. His dad was the mayor. But college football has changed. NIL has changed it. And the fact that Mario has his connections to Ruiz, That's a big deal. I don't think Ruiz would be doing what he's doing if Manny was still the coach. Tell me if I'm wrong. And it may or may not pan out. Talent is 50% of it, like I said. So if we keep paying these people and they keep coming in, we get the right guys in. Why can't he be the guy? Why can't he be the guy? Why are you so dead? So dead.
There it is.
Right now.
I just hit the button. Coach Hayes jacked it up. I suck. It is what it is. Listen, real quick. I'm sorry. Y'all don't understand. I crashed my own plane. It is what it is. I suck. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all don't know how hard this is, bro. I got this going, the poll going, this going. I'm trying to write down what round we in because I'm thinking it's round 2. But let me tell you this. For everybody that's viewing, bro, I love it. Thank you so much. The poll is in the chat right now. Make sure you vote for who do you think is winning this battle right now. So go vote on the poll. We've only had 72 votes, but it's 268 people in the chat. Come on, man. These guys giving out some facts. They're trying to prove their point. Go ahead. We're going into the 4th right now. The 5th is a special round. Why is it a special round? Because they get to ask the opponent a question. So the 4th round, you might as well go ahead and close it out. Groove, talk to us, baby. Top of the 4th.
Okay. You said I've been saying in the tip. Everybody loves to say that Still had a year interview. It's a difference between being a co-DC and having full range. You feel what I'm saying? Because if that's the case, didn't Mirabal have a year interview? You feel what I'm saying? And the job as a coach is to make sure the guys, the first, second, and third string is ready to play. They wasn't ready to play. So I guarantee you that Mirabal is not on that chopping block. You feel what I'm saying? So we got to keep this. And if that's the case, Mario's showing favoritism to his buddies, and that's the reason why he won't be successful at the University of Miami. You have to take off your friend hat and think about the program. You feel what I'm saying? Like I hate to keep going back to Manny Diaz. He brought in Blake Baker, one of his good friends, and pushed him out the program. You feel what I'm saying? You have to be able to make those tough decisions. We saw it with Al Golden. He wasn't able to make that decision to get rid of his homeboy. You feel what I'm saying? Coach Rick, he didn't get rid of his son as the quarterback's coach. You feel what I'm saying? And what happened? They failed. You feel what I'm saying? But Mario as a coach, man, Mario as a coach, bro, he has to be a CEO and just let these guys do their things. If he want to be Nick Saban so bad, be Nick Saban. Let the offensive guy do that thing. You can be over. You can help with the O-line. That's your forte. But you got to let the defensive guy run what they run and run. You got to let the offensive guy coach how he coach and bring his guys in. You won't be. Nobody will want to come to the University of Miami in the future if they know they can't get full autonomy of the offense or they side of the ball as a coordinator. Nobody likes to be micromanaged, and it's showing that he's the ultimate micromanager. He had a different OC every year at the University of Oregon. That should tell you something. That should tell you something right there. Even if it was a head coach, even if they got a lower level head coaching job, he pretty much pushed them out. They didn't go to the SEC as a head coach. They went to UNLV. Feel what I'm saying? And got fired. And I'm done. I don't need an extra 30 minutes.
Oh, Hayden, talk to us, baby. Bottom of the 4th. Let's go. You got a chance to clean it up.
Listen, man, Gaddis was a bad hire. I believe that. I think Gaddis was trying to run his offense with the weapons that we had, which were limited and with injuries, and it was never going to work. Look, Steele and Strong, co-DCs, that sometimes, there was some type of turmoil, man. I have to believe that. I have to believe with those elite type of hires that we had, there was some type of turmoil. And I will give you this. You made some solid points. Mario needs to be a CEO. If he wants to be Nick Saban, he needs to be Nick Saban. I ain't arguing with you on that. My point is, I think he could be. Look, he cannot show favoritism. He will have to make Blake Baker type fires. I'll give Manny credit for that. Manny loved the spotlight. He's taking pictures in UNC's stadium after a loss, an empty stadium, and just always about the cameras and the bling. But look, Mario seems to. He was, man. But look, he did make the fires and the hires he needed to make. I'll give him that. I don't know why I don't know. He didn't have the money, but he shouldn't have been DC and HC as last season. But for letting go of him, Mario Cristobal, 2 years. He's got to let go of the ego. He'll have to make those type of fires and hires. He's not going to be able to play favorites. He's going to have to let go. He's going to have to sit back. He's going to have to be CEO. He's going to have to bring in somebody as an OC. And I'm still not giving up. It might be somebody really good. I am not giving up, bro. We only 4 days after last year's hire. I am not giving up on this OC just yet. But if he brings in someone and gives up the reins and he keeps recruiting in the trenches like he's doing, bringing in top 10 classes, there's no reason for me to believe the weak ACC cannot be won by the Miami Hurricanes in the next 2 seasons. If this season is a 9-win season, make or break, the year after, ACC title. If not, I'm calling for his head. But I believe in him.
So
all right, hold on. All right, we at the top of the 5th. This is the question round. I gotta give love. I know it's coming quick. I'm loving it. Chris Robinson for the 1999. Thank you. Kane on Kane crime. We love to see it. 863 Seminole.
Nothing but respect, Groove. Nothing but respect, bro.
Nah, no more respect. Listen, we at the top of the 5th. It's looking a little shaky, baby. But I'm gonna say this. Here's your opportunity now to ask a stumping question that maybe he'll be stuck with. So, Groove, you going first, right? Or do you? What you got to answer for?
I'm going.
Okay, hold on. So, Groove, you going first? It's your opportunity. I'm not going to start the timer until you finish what you want to ask completely, and then I'll give the opponent 2 minutes to.
So, can I make a statement first and then make this? Can I make a statement first and then ask the question? Or do I need to just go ahead and ask the question?
Hold on. Let me take a sip of the cane juice. Let me let the cane juice talk to me. Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So
go for it.
You know what? I'm just gonna give it to the question, and then I'm gonna get to my statement. All right, hold on. Okay. I don't need you to do this for me. Besides recruiting, you can't include recruiting. Tell me 3 things that Mario Cristobal does well as a head coach. As a coach.
That's the question.
That's my question.
Right.
Besides recruiting, give me 3 things that he does well as a coach.
2 minutes. Go. Ooh, that's gonna be stank.
3 things. No, it's okay because Mario Cristobal's a leader. I don't care what anybody says. He's a leader. He's got to get the right people under him that are willing to listen to him, but he's gonna lead. Number 2, he knows how to coach the trenches. He needs to lay off on some things, but he knows how to coach the trenches. I trust in that, and that's something Miami has lacked. You can't lie. We've had weapons for years, but we ain't won jack because we ain't got the trenches. We can't compete against SEC teams because they drag us around the field because they got the same amount of speed but way bigger players. I think also this isn't coaching necessarily. It's not recruiting.
No, it has to be coaching. It has to be coaching.
The ties to the money. All right, but okay, leadership, trenches. Here's the other thing I got for you for Mario. He has at least won a conference title. He's got the experience. Oh, where's Coach at? He's got experience. There's no way you can convince me holding on to Manny was a better. There's no way that was a better option. We went all in. But yo, listen, the guy is the best coach in the world.
You can't give me 3.
That was 3.
You can't give me 3 things as a coach.
Hold up, Groove. Let him finish. Groove, let him finish.
Bro, we all know he ain't the best coach in the world, but he can be a CEO. He can coach the trenches. He can lead. And I'm telling you, the connections are legit. But listen, the dude has won a conference title. Manny Diaz hasn't won jack.
Where he won a conference title at?
He didn't win a conference title.
Where did he win it at?
At Oregon.
And what did he do at Miami? What did he do at Miami? What did he do?
Let me have it. Groove.
Bro, give him his 3 years and we'll redebate. 3.
You done hating? You good?
Yeah, bro. 1 year. We are jumping way too quick on this guy. Hey man, we let Manny make his changes. Let's give Mario his chance.
All right, real quick, let me bust this $2 out, man. Bays and Jiren, I guess $2. Name one thing Manny Diaz does or did right as an HC. Don't answer. We'll do that after. I don't want to break the continuity. We'll do that afterwards. So just keep that in mind. Thank you for the $2. I appreciate it. All right, Hayden, it's your chance to ask him a stumping question. Come on, man. You got to come with some gusto. Hold on before you do that. Because I'm trying to get this out of the way. 863 Seminole TV, 199. Throw in that damn towel. All right, don't throw in the towel, dog. Hit him with a question. Because right now it's not looking too good, cuz. You got to come in with a gusto. Come on, cuz.
Yo, my man is the home favorite. It's all good. I'll give it to him.
Trust me, he's not. Trust me. This dude is not the home favorite. Trust me.
So people really like Manny like that? People really are.
Can you ask me a question? It's not about Manny Diaz. Ask me a question. What you want to ask me?
Hey, forget Manny. People hate Groove. You got to come with the gusto, cuz. People hate Groove. Trust me.
Mario? What is up? I don't get it.
Talk to me. All right, let's go, Hayden. You got a question, man. Go ahead. Jump in there.
All right, bro. All right. This is my only question. This is straight up. It's kind of two parts, but real quick. Was firing Manny a mistake? And if hiring Mario was a mistake, who is the man for the job? Is Manny Diaz the man for the job? If not, you tell me who Miami could have right now that could get us in a better position than we're going to be in going forward. You tell me, because I got to hear it.
Okay, I'm gonna answer your question. Everybody thinks I'm a Manny Diaz guy. I did not want him to be hired when he was hired. I was cool with it because he had rapport with the staff. I wanted Lane Kiffin. I'm a Lane Kiffin guy. Right? Okay. If you want to ask me, I think Lane Kiffin should have been hired instead of Mario Cristobal because the simple fact that he doesn't need a perfect deck to be successful. You feel what I'm saying? People want to talk about Ole Miss. Ole Miss has never won anything. You feel what I'm saying? And he's turning those guys around. He's competitive in every game. He's competitive in every game that he plays because of his offensive mindset. You feel what I'm saying? So offense. I don't, and this is not a thing about Manny Diaz, bro. All I'm saying is, bro, Manny Diaz did not have the backing or the fucking funds. I'm sorry, or the funds to compete. He didn't. He didn't have the funds. If we're gonna be real, Manny Diaz did not have. And also think about this, bro. He utilized the portal better than anybody. We would call portal U under Manny Diaz. He hit on 90% of his transfer players. And we didn't hit on all our players that he brought in. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't want to make this about Manny because I can go on about what he did right and what he did wrong. You feel what I'm saying? Because he corrected his wrongs. You feel what I'm saying? Because I do know, hold on. I do know that he tried to hire Steele his last year instead of being the DC, but the University of Miami turned down and would not give Steele the money that he wanted. I do know that for a fact. So he took it in his hand, just like my guy at Auburn did when he went to calling the plays. I forgot his name. Was that you at UCF under Brett Lashley? You feel what I'm saying? So that's the thing, bro. I wanted Lane Kiffin. I think we wouldn't have went 5-7 last year with Lane Kiffin as the head coach. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree. I just think he'd have been gone in a year. I think Mario's here to stay. I mean, but
hold on. Let me finish. He said he'll be gone in a year. Hold on. You said Lane Kiffin will be gone in a year? Okay, answer this question, bro. He left Tennessee to take his dream job, right? Didn't my current coach do that at Oregon? Didn't he leave Oregon to take his dream job?
Yeah, and he
got fired, right? He went to FAU squad, right? He went to FAU squad and won. He won what? 11 games back-to-back years.
Saban straightened the
won the conference title. I wanted Cristobal never won 11 games at FIU.
I ain't
he never won. His best record was 8 wins. Hold on. You say he leaves, right? He left FAU to go to Ole Miss. Would you take that job? Yes or no? Would you leave FAU to go Ole Miss head coach? Yes or no?
Absolutely. But
so why is it even the question? So why you even bring it up then? Why even say that? Make that statement. So why even make the statement? If you would have been all the moves.
Very long. He ain't gonna be at Ole Miss much longer.
He just signed an extension. What are you talking about?
You really think that matters?
He could have took other jobs. He got offered the Auburn job, but he
let him have another one. Let him. Everyone needs to stay in the SEC. Let him have another season like he's been having. He's gone. But I'm telling you, I agreed with you.
Where he gonna go? He just turned down Auburn, bro. He just turned down Auburn.
You named the right person. Lane Kiffin, I also pushed for. I'll go back and pull the receipts.
Okay, so we agree. So you agree. So answer this question. Would you?
Mike Leach.
Okay, answer this question. If we had to do it again, would you hire Lane Kiffin or Mario Cristobal? Who would you go hire?
No, I would hire Lane Kiffin, but we didn't. And my argument is that Mario still could be the guy, the ties, everything. Like we're jumping. It's been 1 year, bro. It's been 1 year. It was an awful year. I get it. But yeah, let's give him his 3. But Lane,
hold on. I'm gonna end with this, and I'm done. I'm gonna end with this, Coach Hayes. I'm gonna end with this. He is an $8.5 million coach, right? He was considered a top 10 coach when he came to the University of Miami. So everybody loves to bring up, oh, look what Nick Saban first year at Alabama. Look at Kirby Smart first year. At Georgia. Kirby Smart went 8-5. Then the next year he went what? He went to the national championship game. All right. Alabama went 7-5. Right? And what happened? They went to the Sugar Bowl last year. They went to the conference. They went to the SEC. Okay. So my question is to you. My question is to you. What is the jump? What is the jump do you see? What jump do we make next year? What's your record? Give me your record prediction.
This coming season?
And it don't even matter what the OC is. What is your prediction?
This coming season's 8 wins. Upcoming season. If he don't win 8 to 9 games, if he don't win 8 or 9 games,
so 8 to 9 games is the standard. But we wanted the coach fired that won 8 games his second year, and he had the same amount of injuries his third year. His third year, he had the same amount of injuries. He had his star quarterback out.
Who? Man?
What you mean, Derek King? But 8 wins is okay. 8 wins is okay year 2.
Even better. TVD will look great.
Is 8 wins okay for next year? Yes or no?
8 wins? I need 9, but 8 wouldn't be that bad. Now, year 3.
So why's the standard so low for Mario Cristobal?
That's progress.
So why's the standard so low?
Did Manny win more than 8 games at Miami? He was 8-3 and then lost a bowl game. He got blew out by Carolina.
He was a second-year head coach in a COVID year. The same year. The coach. Hold on. What was Oregon record? And y'all like to bring up. You brought up conference championships, right? And you know those 2 conference championships. Mario Cristobal won a championship in 2020 with a 4-3 record.
Hey, would you?
People were supposed to make it to the bowl game. They were 3-3.
All right. Hold on.
All right. At the end of the day.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Question.
Hold on.
Do right.
All right. Hold on. I'm loving it. Let me clean up the air a little bit. I'm loving it. I had to let him ride a little bit. I just want to pause. I'm going to give y'all about 3 minutes left on the poll to make your decision. I'm going to let them finish this out. We're going to take some phone calls. They're going to answer your questions. Let's get this thing rocking on a Super Bowl Sunday. Let's get it. 3 minutes left on the poll. Talk to him, Hayden.
Make him answer the question that came in. What did Manny do good as a head coach? That was a great question.
He got us relevant in marketing. He was a destination for top transfers. He got one of the best transfers in Derek King. He was able to. He recognized that he recognized. And why are we talking about Manny? He recognized that it was issues and he addressed it efficiently. He fired. We didn't score a point against La Tech, right, with Dan Enos. He fired. We played the game on the 24th. I think he fired him on the 26th, and he landed a home run hiring Rhett Lashley on January 4th. He didn't take 4 years. He didn't take 4 months, 2 years back to back to hire or fire. Just like he did with his guy. Just like he did. Hold on. You asked me a question. He fired just like even though we had an 8-2 record, right? We had an 8-2 record. We lost our quarterback in the bowl game, and we lost by one touchdown. All right. He seen that we gave up 600 some yards. He addressed the issue with Blake. He got rid of him and sent him to the LSU. He also only gave up 40 points 6 times his entire career at Miami. From 2016 to 2021, he only gave up 40 points 6 times. Doggone, Mario Cristobal gave up 40 plus points 6 times last year in one season. Hold on, man. If we're gonna do this, look at the margin of loss. Look at the margin of loss. Have we ever we suffered our worst loss in Florida State versus Miami history with who? With Mario Cristobal.
And with Manny, sorry.
And we had the biggest victory win under who? Who had the biggest victory against? We beat them 52 to 10. That's the biggest victory in Miami history.
We also blew a 4th and 14 and blew the game against Florida State under Manny Diaz and his defense. So
all right.
Was that? Yo, he went 7-5. He could have easily went 5-7 that same year.
We easily could have been 10-2 that season.
So
it goes both ways. But he didn't go 5-7, and he never missed a bowl game his entire year. Think about this, bro. Let me say this last point, and I'm done. In 2020, bro, do you understand that the Arkansas State game got canceled and the Georgia Tech game got canceled? Those 2 games right there, we would have won easily, and it would have been a 10-win season. And also think about this: they canceled Notre Dame last 2 games. They canceled Georgia Tech. Notre Dame last 2 games of that season. We was the number 2 team without Notre Dame in the conference. They shouldn't have let Notre Dame in the conference, and he would have made it to the conference championship.
The product was not good.
Y'all look at things in this totality with Mario Cristobal. Like if I would have brought up FIU record, y'all would say, "Oh, that's FIU." He was a first-time head coach. But if I do the same thing, saying Mark Manning was a first-time head coach, it's a big difference. So what's the problem?
That's why he was a bad hire.
Head coach. It's not acceptable to be 5-7.
All right.
All that talent. We had the 13th. We had the 13th.
All right, here you go. I love it. It's over. It's over. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. It's over. Oh, my God. Somebody throwing the towel. Where's the towel? Somebody throw something. Throw something somewhere. There's too much going on. Holy smokes. The chat is on fire. Coach Hazel's on fire. I need some Cajun. God almighty. This is what I wanted. I wanted to see a heavyweight bout. I'm loving it. Let me tell y'all something. I had to mute them boys because they fired up. They fired up. Let me tell y'all something. It ain't over. We're going to open up the chat. The fight is over. But as you know, in our community, after the party is the after party, and after the party is the hotel lobby, then after the party, then it's probably this, then after the probably this, it's cane juice, y'all. We're finna open up the phone line, let people talk. Let me give some love to a couple of people. Melissa Hoodie Girl in the building. I don't got my hoodie on, but let's go. Manny played players based off seniority. The injuries helped him because the young guys were better, i.e. TVD is greater than King. Whew. Based on I'm about to take a nap before the Super Bowl. Based on Jaron, $5. Kirby inherited SEC talent, and this dude Groove comparing him to what Mario got. Laugh out loud. Laugh my A off. No one was getting more than 5 or 6 wins with all those injuries. Tough betting. And last, based Jaron, $5. Didn't Groove tell him to keep it to coaching? Yet he is talking about marketing and deflecting to Mario's injury-riddled team to defend Manny, excuse me. Ooh, I'm glad I got a mute button over here, because if not, I know Groove, the Miami hater, would be yapping at the gums. Guys, I'm super excited. I'm throwing the phone number up right now. 862-799-9956 is at the bottom. You can call in. I want to hear some points. Ask them boys a question. Right now, the current winner, 65-35. Y'all clap it up for Big Groove in the building. Big Groove is now 2-0 in the Crush Groove series.
Yes, sir. Storm Warning, baby. Yeah. Hey, show me my opponent. I'm gonna eat him for lunch. Show me my opponent. Yeah.
Can
I have to say this. That was fun. That was good. But let me get one more deal. I'm gonna go to myself right quick because for all my Cash App users out there in the building. Oh shoot. For all my Cash App users out there in the building. What I'm doing. Here we go. Here's on me. Whew. Hey, this was a fight. I wasn't even arguing, and I'm tired. All my Cash App donors out there in the building, talk to us. There we go, baby. $30, man, right there. I appreciate it. Man, that's big time right there. $30 in the building. Let's go, baby. I appreciate it. I'm going to blank out your name on Cash App because I know some of y'all use your quote-unquote government name. So I found a way to blank that out. But thank you so much for the $30. That's from Fred right there in the building. Thank you so much. Means a lot. That helps the channel grow a lot. Wowzers. Back to the record at hand. Holy smokes. I need y'all to hit the like button, subscribe button. Coach Hayes, Groove, and Hayden giving y'all some hot content. I love it. Right there. Canes and Hill said this was fire. I appreciate it. If you are interested in battling Groove, go DM him on his Twitter account. Put in the thing, what's your Twitter account, Groove? I don't know your Twitter account. Is it Miami Hater?
It's right there in the handle. That Storm Groove. That Storm Groove is right here. Follow me on Twitter, please. Follow me. Also hit the my Storm Warner channel. Me and my boy A Black. We got our own show. You know what I'm saying? Black definitely don't want to battle me because I eat him up all day, every day. You feel what I'm saying? I take on any coming. If you think you want smoke, come holler at Groove. You know what I'm saying? Holler at Coach Hayes, holler at me, and you come on here and get that smoke like my boy Hayden just got. You know what I'm saying? 2-0. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking to go 12-0. I ain't losing.
Hold on.
Do you want smoke?
Who wants smoke with the dog?
So again, the poll is over. I appreciate you. Man, that was exciting. I appreciate it. Y'all don't have to go. If you have to go, you're more than welcome. We already got people calling in. They want some smoke too. Y'all want to take some phone calls?
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm good. Yes, sir.
All right, 5537 coming to you here. You got 2 minutes. You're going to have to land that plane. We ain't got that much time. You can ask a question. It's going to be a 2-minute deal. There's a lot going on. I have no idea what's happening. I'm out of control. Groove is out of control. Hayden is out of control. The whole dang show is out of control. 5537, you on the line. Talk to us.
Hey, Coach.
That's me. Talk to me. Talk to them. Don't talk to me. I'm ready.
Chug Mo Beer. How you doing?
Hold on. Y'all clap it up for Chug Mo Beer. Talk to us, Chug.
All right. Hey, this is a great battle, you guys. Groove and Hayden, you had a great battle. The only thing I got to say about Manny, I mean, it was time for him to go, but, you know, he gave up 550 yards rushing to North Carolina. The worst rushing performance, any defense in the history of Miami. He gave up over 500 yards passing against Miami, his great defense. So the two worst passing and running performances were under him. But I don't care about him. All I know is Mario is taking way too long. He put all those big coaches together. They didn't get along. He made a big mistake hiring all those big egos. Whether they get along with him, I don't think they got along with each other. But one thing the University of Miami does not take a long time in doing is raising my 4 season tickets $400 and telling me I got to donate $100 to get online for a parking pass because they won't even let me buy the parking pass. And that's how they treat 35-year season ticket holders. You know what? That is ridiculous. So Mario needs to hire somebody, but they sure raise my tickets way faster than he hires an OC.
I like that.
Chug Mo, let me tell you something, Chug. Bro, you're talking your talk right there. You're talking your, hey, listen, you're saying something, Chug. Like you say, they got tickets faster than we can find an OC, but you want me to come? Woo, I hear you, baby. I hear you. All right. Chug, what's up with you, man? I'm so confused what's going on right now.
Can I rebuttal what he said about the 500 some yards?
But no, you can't.
Yep.
How?
All right, Chuck, I appreciate you, baby. Thank you so much, man.
He told me, he asked the question. He
buddy.
directed the question towards. See, with that, who was the man? It wasn't the OC when we gave up them yards. That was all Blake Baker. He wasn't the OC. I mean the DC. So why do y'all keep pinning on that? So if that's the case, if I can pin that on, if y'all can pin that on Manny Diaz, right? Can I pin the 500 plus yards we gave up against Middle Tennessee State? Because FIU didn't even have that many yards against Miami. They only had 200 some yards against Miami. So can I pin the 500 yard plus yards that we gave up against and the 45 points that we gave up against Middle Tennessee State? What about when we got beat gave up 40 some points to Duke? Manny didn't ever do that. Manny only lost to Duke once, and that was in 2016, 2017 or something like that. He never lost to Pitt. No, he lost to Pitt 1 year, 2017. So what are we talking about? He only had one loss to Florida State. He only had one loss to Florida State as a head coach. Also, he lost twice because he had 2 losses, a blocked field goal. Now let me get it wrong, but then he held Florida State to 20 points. He held Florida State with Dalvin Cook and all them busts at 20 points. Okay, yeah, I'll give you that. They won. He lost twice to Florida State, but it was 19-20. You feel what I'm saying? It won 45-6.
Appreciate it. Real quick, let me put this up here, man. Big shout out to Daniel for the $5 on Cash App. You can't donate to Cash App. You see it right there. It's pouring through PayPal, so forth and so on. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Cash App, we keep 100%. If you do it to Super Chat, which is fine, you're right, we lose 30% of that. So I appreciate it. Groove. Groove.
I don't care who it is. I see Flo. He can get that smoke too.
That boy, hey, hold up.
Hey, call me the can man. Anybody can get it.
I don't know.
Call me the can man. Anybody can get it. Mexicans, the Dominicans, Africans, anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. I don't care who it is. Get Mario on here. Get Mario on here. Anybody can get it.
Mario will eat you for lunch.
Come on, man. Americans, Mexicans, Dominicans, Cubans, anybody can get it. Come on. Hey, man. Whatever.
Where are all these Manny lovers? You got some Manny lovers.
I ain't a Manny lover. I want Lane Kiffin. Y'all just think I'm a Manny lover. I want Lane Kiffin.
We write Mario on after a year and want to get chances after 3 years.
Anybody can get it.
Ain't nobody going to coach with those injuries and the talent that was on that team this year. Miami was literally one of the worst teams in college football by the roster. No. All
right, here we go. We got another call on the line. Hold on. I got to take control. This is out of control. So Flo said, I would like to battle. Flo, do me a favor. Anybody else that want to battle Crush Groove? That's the segment. It's called Crush.
But that's gonna be biased though.
No, it ain't.
It ain't though.
You know what? Sometimes it don't matter. Sometimes you walk into home field. Hello. Sometimes you walk into a home field advantage. What you gonna do? You a boxing coach. Guess what?
Oh yeah, I'm Floyd Mayweather.
Hold on, Groove. You know this in boxing. You can't beat the champ in points. You got to knock the champ out, right? So guess what? You got to do your thug thizzle. But let me do this right quick before I get to the next caller. I'm coming to you right now, 7573. $2 from Bays and Jerry, $2. Manny was a defensive coach unlike Mario Groove. Guys, can I tell y'all something? Y'all done made my day, man. I wasn't feeling well this weekend. Y'all done made me feel good, man. Bro, can I tell you something, Groove? When you say I'm the can man, dog.
Caucasian.
You come right out of a comic.
Bro, that's too hilarious. That's funny. The Mexican, Dominican, my American. I can't.
Puerto Rican.
I had to take the lid off this thing. I ain't getting enough juice with the lid on. I had to take the lid off this damn thing. Y'all too much fun up in here.
Yo,
all right, listen.
If Mario takes this long to hire an OC and he's garbage, then I'll be back on the show telling you I was wrong. If Mario ain't doing nothing in the next 2 years, I'll come back on and say I'm wrong. Let's give him his time, man.
I love y'all, boy. Listen, this is hilarious. We got another call on the line, 7573. Caller, you are live and in color. Talk to us. 7573. Talk to us.
What's happening, Coach Hayes? This you go wide in the house, man.
You go wild. What's
Hey,
up with you, baby? Been a minute.
I can't call it, man. I've been watching the shows, Coach. I've been rocking with you.
Thank you, brother.
But Groove, stop with this Manny stuff, man. Just stop it, bro. Stop with all the Manny stuff, man. Stop comparing it. There's no comparison. Seriously, though, bro. Let it go. Manny is gone. That's over with. We're talking about now. What's going on right now? I do agree with you on that. 75 is not nowhere near the standard nor the fucking minimum, man. Let's be real. 8 and 5 ain't even the minimum. 9 wins ain't the minimum. It's natty or nothing.
So can we get something straight on that?
All three of us, can we agree on that?
Yeah, but who's gonna take us there? Mario or Manny?
Okay.
Hold on, one at a time. Hold on. Hayden had it. He was first. Go ahead, Hayden. Go ahead, Hayden.
I'm just saying, between the two, who's got a better chance of taking us to that promised land? Mario or Manny? I think it's the easy answer.
I'm going with Mario because of the staff. Yeah. Mario is trying to put together a real staff. Manny has never had a real staff under his regime at all. But he's never had a full coaching staff. He never had the budget, so that ain't even fair to compare it. Let's be honest on that note now.
That's where that Todd Ruiz comes in. It's big. Manny didn't have it.
That's my point. That's the point. So why even bring it up? If you know he had less, why even bring it up? And another thing, I didn't bring up Manny. He brought up Manny. I didn't bring up Manny Diaz. I said multiple times that I didn't want to talk about Manny.
You got too many Manny views.
It don't matter. It don't matter who I like. I like who I like. Why can't I like who I like? You like who you like, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't come at y'all for who y'all like. I didn't stop following you. I don't stop following people. I don't call you a clown because you want to talk to, because you want to ride with Mario. That's cool. You're entitled to that. Just because I see through the fluff, don't get mad at me because I can identify the fluff and say the fluff. You talk about all this stuff that he had, and he went 5 and 7. You had every advantage in the book.
Take off, baby. The plane has crashed. Go wild. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Y'all call on in 862-799-9956. You're more than welcome to call in and talk to these two competitors. They went blow for blow, man, but Groove ended up pulling it out 65-35. Groove is 2-0 right now. He has defeated LJ, and he's now defeated Hayden Hunt, according to the poll that was in the chat. So, listen, he's got a couple of contenders. Hoodie Girl, Melissa, Flo, hit him up on Twitter. I let him set up the fights. I don't set up the fights. I'm Don King, only in America, baby. But I listen, I let them set up the fights. Y'all pick the topic. I don't care. It is what it is. I have a good time with it. But I appreciate everybody. This is super fun. Y'all call in. Don't be scared. Maybe the number's not big enough. Let me put this up. I'm gonna go on full screen for a quick second just so they can see the number. Y'all are still in the background. We still can hear you. I am the cane juice consumer. This is Coach Hayes. I had to take the lid off because I wasn't getting enough cane juice at one time. Whew. I have to be honest with you. This was fun, man. Shad, appreciate you. Let me put this up. He says, Shad 1419999. Many had a budget, especially with Rick opting to not take the remainder of his salary when he left. You don't get T-Rob, Lashley, or even Enos without a budget. Ooh. So for the $9.99, I appreciate that. Let's go ahead and talk about it. What does that look like?
That's fact.
Is that valid? Is that a valid point? But we got some people on the line. So I'm going to go ahead and go with 0436 coming up real quick. Here we go. 0436. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you're calling from. What's your thoughts?
What it do, boys? What it do?
What up, man?
What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
Hey, we here.
Hey.
So talk to us.
What's up?
You got 2 minutes.
I'm formally challenging. What's good? I don't got an email or Gmail or none of that stuff.
Okay.
So talk to her. What you do? Talk to her. What's up?
I want to challenge Groove. This is Flo. What's good?
Oh,
yeah.
Yo,
Who is that?
hold up.
Who is that?
Hold up.
Hey, what?
Flo,
What do I got to do? Where do I got to sign up?
hold up. Flo said. Flo say.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Yesterday's price is not today's price. Flo, hit up Groove on Twitter. Like, y'all set it up. You got Twitter. Hit him on Twitter. Y'all set it up. Coach A ready to rock and roll. I know you do your shows at 8:30, I think, on Sundays. We do them at 6:30. I'm early today just because it's Super Bowl Sunday. You know we can't compete with the bowl. So we in a
I'm
little
gonna hit
early.
up Groove. We got to make this happen, Groove, because, you know, we just got to do this, right? I see everybody.
Anybody can get it, man. Anybody can get it. I don't back down from no debates, bro.
I'm ready.
I don't care who it is. Call. You know what? I want the big fish. I want the big fish. Everybody get Mario Cristobal on here and let's debate. If that's what y'all want, I'll get the big fish on here. And we'll talk about his deficiency this year. Let's go. We can talk about that. How about that? I don't want the middleman. I don't want the middleman. I don't want the middleman. I want the head guy. I'm taking out the boss. I'm taking out the mob. That's what I want. Come on, man.
Hey. Anyway, listen, let's get this up. Flo, you know I love you, bro. I appreciate you. Let's get it rocking. Let's get it rolling. Let's get the topic. Let's get the debate. Hell, it may even be 3-minute round. It might be a 9-minute bout. Hell, if I might call it a draw, because Flo is a big fish. You can't scale him. You got to skin him if you want to win it. If you understand me. Let me tell you something.
Groove about to get that
Spence, man. I'm the big fish. I'm
Flo.
I'm the big fish, man.
Flo, how you feeling, Flo? How you feeling, baby?
Hey, look, it would be an honor to come on next week and handle this man a little bit.
Oh man, it sounds good.
All right, Flo. All right, Flo. So this is what we're gonna do. Flo, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get off there. We all gonna chop it up. We're gonna set it up. My dog say he finna handle this. Big Groove say he finna handle this. Well, guess what? We're gonna let the people talk. But with all that being said, man, we got us a heavyweight already. We might have to make it. Hey, they say Flo is a megalodon. Well, them boy went to prehistoric days.
Well, call me Jason Statham, whatever his name is. If he megalodon, call me Jason Statham. I kill all fish. You ever seen the Megalodon the movie? You seen the Megalodon movie? Yeah, I'm killing all that. Yeah,
I ain't seen this.
I got my fish scale, baby. I got my fish scale. I'm moving weight, baby.
You better start studying, Groove.
You heard him. He said,
I don't need to. This off the dome. Call me Lil Wayne. Off the dome. I don't need to study. You study. You study. I don't need to study.
All right, so let's get this thing.
I ain't gonna be biased with my opinion.
Hold on, we out of control right now.
I ain't gonna be biased. I ain't gonna be biased.
We're gonna get this thing rocking. Hold on, Flo. We're gonna get this next Sunday. You gonna be ready? I think next Sunday. God damn it, Groove. Let me put. I know how to stop this. I put the mute on Groove. See, I don't play that.
You gotta mute him, bro. You don't understand.
I just hit the button on him. I'm a dog.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, let me slap that dental floss out of his mouth because he coming on my show with the dental floss in his mouth. Listen, let me tell you something, Flo. I'm excited for this, man. I can't wait to see this deal. I'm loving it. I know you're a Kane fan through and through from head to toe. You understand me?
I'm with you.
We're gonna get together. We're gonna get together. Listen, all three of us gonna get together and come up with the topic. You know what I mean, of what the topic is. So that way, you know what I mean, we don't have to go through all that stuff. People catch people off guard. You can do your homework and we're gonna make it happen. It's a versus battle.
I'm in. Just know, I just got one more thing to say, Coach, and before I get out of here.
Talk to me.
It's your show.
No, you good.
The only argument Groove has ever won is with himself because he ain't talking to nobody else. So just remember that.
Coach.
Man.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Flo is out.
I need to hear from Groove.
Flo, I appreciate you. Flo, I appreciate you, dog.
Thanks,
listen,
Flo.
my man Miami Flo from the Miami Flo team say he ready to battle. That boy say,
I want to battle. I want to battle. I said, hey, yo.
next Sunday, be here or be square.
Coach.
Don't be an L7 in this joint. You know what an L7 is, right? L7 square. Yo, it's going down. Let me tell you something. We got another caller coming up. I see you right there, 5115. $2. Can't believe this man stole Adrian Bronner quote. I don't know what he stole. I don't be on boxing like that. So you tell me, Coach, are they using 8-ounce or 12-ounce gloves? I need your experts. 8-ounce glove. So they bare knuckle brawling up in this joint. I'm loving it. Look at this. $49.99 live on HBO. Oh my God. It may go down. Let me bring in this next caller, man. Let's get this thing rolling. Caller, talk to us. 5115. Go ahead, Hayden. Go ahead.
Yo, Coach. What's up, man? It's Chris Gaines for life, man.
Hold on, Coach Kane. Give me a quick second, Kane. Talk to me, Hayden.
At the end of this year, next year, when Mario proves himself, are we gonna bring Groove back on to make him eat his words? Is all I gotta know.
Hey, I always say I want him to prove me wrong. I want him to win. I've never said I wanted him fired. I want him to win. I always said I want him to prove me fired. Prove me wrong. I always said that. I never once said I wanted him fired, bro. I just know that I feel that he's not the guy. And time will tell if he's the guy or not. I just feel like he's not the guy. Just like people felt like doggone Al Golden was the guy, or Randy Shannon, or Koga. I'm just one of the guys that feel like Mario Cristobal isn't the guy. I don't drink all that Kool-Aid. I don't eat all that. I don't drink all that Cuban coffee. I don't do all that. I just go off what I see. I see the eye test. What he's showing me right now that he's not the guy. And I hope he proves me wrong because I'm tired of changing coaches. I want to win. If he's successful, that means the Miami Hurricanes are successful. That's what I want. Prove me wrong.
All right.
Make that that's what I want.
All right. So go ahead, Hayden, and then we'll get on to the caller.
Nah, that's all I wanted to hear. As long as he's rooting for him, I just want to hear it. But that's all.
Reggie with the $5. What weight class is Groove and Flow battle? It don't matter. This is the heavyweights, dog. We talking about these are heavyweights right here, dog. Eldridge Prime is $5. No matter what Groove says, defense will improve, and so will the offense. Manning lover. All right. Talk to us, Chris Canes. Talk to us, baby.
Chris.
Coming to you live next Sunday. It's going to be here with Coach Hayes Promotion, and it presents Crush Groove. Coming in, we have the Flow, Miami Flow coming in. Mr. What do you do? Versus Big Groove, also known as one half of the Storm Warning crew. Tune in live next week. Don't know the time, you have to ask Coach Hayes. But Groove, come on in, and it's going to be $49.95, and it's going to be ready. And all the other season is going to be going to the Coach Hayes. So thank you very much. What's going on?
Hey, check this out for real, Chris Kane. Listen, hold on, Chris Kane, for real. I'm about to use you for a voiceover. Do me a favor, Twitter me your number. We're gonna have to talk, dog. I'm about to use you for a voiceover. That was awesome, bro. That was awesome.
I like that.
That was awesome.
Oh, okay.
That was good.
Michael has nothing on me. Thank you.
Hey, what they say, side effects including liver bleeding, stomachache, diarrhea, runny nose. All right, talk to us, Chris. Can you talk to us, man? What's your thoughts, man, before we get out of here so we can enjoy this Super Bowl Sunday?
All right, never mind. All right, anyway. I just wanted to know from y'all. Every coach, and this ain't gonna take 2 minutes. Every coach has an identity, right? Every coach. You're either on the offensive side of the ball or the defensive side of the ball. What is ours?
Exactly. What is it? Just run the ball every down?
I don't want to know.
Hey, what's our offensive identity? What's our identity as a team?
This past season? Garbage. Dive left, dive right, throw it into the freaking stands. We didn't have one. I'm not disagreeing with this season being a travesty, bro. I'm not. I'm just saying let's ride it out.
So why is it in Mario we trust? If he ain't showed you nothing to trust about. That's my thing. If he haven't given us nothing to trust, why is it so in Mario we trust? Give him time. Why does he need 4 years to win 8 games?
We ain't say 4. We said 1 to 2 max. That's a lie. But He don't, but everybody has to get the regime, get everything in. I feel like he did hire too many big egos. He's gonna have. I told you he's gonna have to bring his ego back. But maybe he's making the right hires. I don't care how long he takes, as long as he brings in an OC with an identity and lets him have that identity. And I've even said he's gonna have to let the OC and the DC do that because he's not an X's and O's coach. He's a CEO leader who's gonna have to bring in the right people that he trusts. If he doesn't trust his coordinator, we're screwed. I agree.
So name me one other CEO that didn't have expertise on the side of a ball. Name me one that won multiple championships, that won the championship in the last 10 years.
Off the top of my head, I'm not exactly sure. I don't. What is Saban? What is his specialty? I don't know what his specialty is.
He's the defensive coordinator. I can name you one. Only one I can name is Dabo Swinney.
That's a good one. I'd have to think, but at the end of the day, I feel like I think we're giving up too early. That's all I'm saying, man. Let's ride it out. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Dabo Swinney is the ultimate CEO. Dabo Swinney is the ultimate
CEO. The talent on the team this past year. Could Dabo have even won 8 games with the team?
Yes, bro. Think about this, bro. No. We had the 13th ranked team with blue chip ratio. We were ranked number 13 out of 120. So hold on. So answer this question. So it would matter. So does that? So that didn't matter. So that didn't matter.
We had
okay. So answer this question. Okay. So you said that didn't matter. So why does this recruiting class matter? So why are y'all hyping up this? Oh, this is the best class ever. If the blue chip ratio don't matter. So why does this class matter? If we had those same players at the same time rating, why does it matter?
They came out and said the guys last year didn't get along to help. Manny was playing guys that was still hungover from the night before. We know we had kids that were giving up on Mario.
You're not answering my question. I said why doesn't the blue chip ratio, the 13 ratio matter this last season, but now all of a sudden recruiting matters because he got a number 7 ranked team.
Answer the question. It has to be coached.
So he coached them.
Of it. But when did Manny ever have classes like this? And after 5 and 7, if the guy wins
so the classes matter or not?
All right, listen. All that's good. Yes. I don't care. Cristobal, let's get it. We in the building. I'm loving it, man. Y'all are awesome. I had to be honest with you, man. It was super fun. My goodness. I had a lot of fun with this, dog. I think next Sunday, dog, be a Royal Rumble. I think we got a hot one on the line right now. Somebody said they're going big game hunting, big fish fishing. I think we got a big fish on the line. Let me tell you something. This fish don't pull no punches. This fish ain't playing. Groove, you might want to fix your face because you might get skint in the process. Big fish. Let me tell you something. I am the cane juice consumer, Coach Hayes. That is Big Groove at Storm Groove on Twitter. And we were checking out our guy Hayden Unts in the building. But right now on the line, we got Hoodie Girl. Talk to us, Hoodie Girl. What's your thoughts on this? I know you said you were ready to battle. Let's get it. Talk to us. What's up?
Yeah, I'm ready to battle, but I have to say I'd love to see Flo versus Groove. That's gonna be a battle of epic proportions, man.
Let's get it. So talk to her. What's your thoughts about the battle? What's your thoughts about even the Charlie Strong, the Mario Cristobal, waiting on the OCs and all of that stuff?
I got to give my props to Hayden, man. He hung in there. I voted for him, but you know, Groove's got some talent for debating. I'll give him that. My thing is just going off what was just last said is I want someone to give me a name of someone who is going to succeed in the amount of injuries that we had last season. Give me a coach that's going to win us 9 games, 10 games, get us to an ACC championship when we're starting our 3rd string QB, 2 freshman QB for part of the season. We have no O-line because everybody's injured. Our best offensive lineman really never even played a full game last season. Did Zion even play a full game last season? I don't know. Our number 1 receiver was out for half the year. And then what was likely one of our best running backs, Trevante Citizen, tore his ACL before the season even started. I mean, our offense was in shambles from the start. I mean, I'm not giving Mario a free pass. I mean, it was a disaster season, and I think we need to see way more improvement this season coming up to restore my faith. But I don't think a lot was getting done with the amount of injuries that we had last season. That's what I'm saying.
No way. Nobody. Not even Saban.
Can I go?
Facts. Go ahead. For sure.
So 2021, we didn't have a lot of injuries. We didn't have injuries to De'Aaron King. We didn't have injuries to Campbell. We didn't have injuries to Navon Donaldson. We didn't have injuries to Zion. We didn't bench a starter and Gainer and started a freshman and Jakar Clark. Then we get Boba Bolden hurt. One Boba Bolden hurt. Then we had to start two freshmen at safety. Then we have multiple defensive linemen get hurt. Then we have multiple linebackers hurt. Hold on. Then we have Al Blaze that didn't play last year because he had heart problems. Then Takari Couch messed up his hamstring. Hold on. Wasn't we missing Tyreek Stevenson for multiple games with a hamstring injury? Then we had to play multiple. Didn't we play the most freshmen in college football in 2021? And we still went 7-5, and we didn't lose more. The only game we got blew out in was Alabama, and we scored 17 points.
Oh, let me just say,
if you want to bring up Michigan State, we were down by one score with 4 minutes left, and we threw a pick six.
My man said after Bama, they did to everybody.
Hold on. Aiden, good.
Hold on. And my last thing is this. Then we go on a 6-game winning streak with those freshmen. And then wasn't that the reason why Tyler Van Dyke became a Heisman contender? Am I lying?
Hayden. Hold on. Pause. Hayden, go.
Bro, I can't even. What did I just say? Dang it. I can't even remember now.
Well, you out of there. Guess what? Guess what just happened to you then? If you can't remember, I can't remember. So your plane just crashed. Listen.
I got my last point.
You got plenty of points. Hoodie girl, go for it. Talk to us. What were you about to rebuttal?
I was gonna say that. I was like, "Yo, can I get a word in?"
Gotcha.
I mean, is 7-5 okay with you? Like, I understand we technically had a better record that last season under Manny than we did this season, and yeah, we had injuries then. But honestly, TVD was better than De'Aaron King. So De'Aaron King getting injured actually helped Manny. If TVD brought us back and we didn't give up that 4th and 14 off of Manny's defense, Manny might still be here. I mean, I don't, it's apples and oranges comparing one season to the next. If Manny had stayed, this season would have been just as shit. There was too many injuries, and I understand every team has injuries and blah, blah, blah. But comparing De'Aaron King getting injured to TVD and then TVD getting injured and having to start Jake Garcia or Jakari Brown, it's two completely different scenarios because TVD is a better QB than De'Aaron King was, in my opinion. That's my opinion. When your QB goes down and the talent coming off your bench is lower, it's going to show. And Jake Garcia never really got his fair share because we didn't have the line to protect him. And Jakari's a true freshman. I mean, TVD had been in the offense for a year already when he came in. And again, it's a brand new system this season. Was Gaddis the guy? Probably not. Would he have succeeded if we had less injuries? We'll never know. But honestly, no one was succeeding this season with the amount of injuries we had. And if you're comparing that to Manny having injuries and us going 7-5 and you're okay with us being mediocre because it was a better season than this season, that's insane to me.
So my thing is this. You said, you said, am I cool with being 7-5? No, hell no. It's 10 wins and bust. But this notion that, he couldn't do this with injuries, he did it with injuries. You lost your starting quarterback. You had to play a freshman that had no college snaps. That's a big deal. That is a big deal. And to say that TVD was a better quarterback than De'Aaron King is poppycock. It's nonsense. Because the simple fact, in the UNC game, we lost 45-42, right? TVD threw 3 picks. He threw 3 interceptions
in
that game. In the first half, put us behind the 8 ball. The Florida State game. The Florida State, he threw 3 interceptions in the first half and put us behind the 8 ball. And what happened? The defense bailed us out and got us back in the game, bro. He had to learn. It was multiple. Hold on. It was multiple.
Hold on. Hey, one at a time.
But
one at a time.
De'Aaron King proved that he was the guy. He was the leader. He proved himself. So that would be sure you don't bitch an experienced guy that they haven't gave you a reason to bitch him. Answer this question. Give me a reason why De'Aaron King should have been benched.
De'Aaron King came back from his ACL tear and was not the same. I think he was still recovering when he came back that next season. I don't think he should have been the starter. I think he should have let himself fully heal. He was not the same quarterback he was pre-ACL tear. And yes, you mentioned TVD threw a bunch of picks in that FSU game, but the second half, he put us in a position to win at the end of the game, and Manny Diaz screwed up the defensive play calling and lost us that game. Was TVD good in that first half? Heck no. Well, really the first quarter, but he was not. He was horrible and with those 3 picks, but he put us in a position to win under Rhett Lashley's offense. Pretty much every game he got better and better. This new offense that was installed this season did not put TVD in a good position. We had an even worse offensive line than we did the season before, and he didn't look good. We looked like crap this season. I'll admit it, but you can't tell me that injuries didn't play a role in how bad we were this season.
All right, listen. Listen. We can go back and forth forever. We got more callers. Hoodie Girl, we're gonna get you on. You're gonna battle the Groove, the Big Groove as well. We got a few more callers, and I'm gonna get off. I see I was doing 2 hours, and that's exactly what I'm doing.
I got respect for Big Groove. I see him on Twitter, man. He always making good points and got good arguments, man. Nothing but respect for Big Groove, man.
Oh yeah,
y'all clap it up, man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, Hoodie Girl. Thank you so much. We're gonna definitely make it happen. Appreciate you. Thank you, man. Y'all clap it up for Melissa, aka Hoodie Girl, in the building. Let me give a quick shout out to this, and we're gonna round this deal up. I got one more call that's important. Nobody thought TVD was better than King until he actually played, and King being forced to play in a 21 with his injury gets overlooked as well. Appreciate that, Shad. $4.99. Thank you so much. I'm trying to think who else. Shad says $1.99. Get them, Groove. They love to forget 2021. That was early when you was talking. And Shad also said the issue with that talking point is that we didn't look good prior to all the injuries on offense, which seems to get overlooked. So I guess he's talking about we didn't look good prior to the injuries that we had during the season. We didn't overlook. Hayden, go ahead, and then I'm going to get to the caller.
Our guys were sharp and soft under Mandy. Manny, this is what I meant to say earlier. After that Bama game, my dude said, quote, "They do this to everybody." What kind of mindset is that? Come on, dog. They do this to everybody. They went on to lose like 2 weeks later. Boy, you got to have...
You talking about after the Alabama loss? You talking about after the Alabama loss?
They do this to everybody, so...
A bad choice of words, Groove. Hold up, Groove. Bad choice of words, Groove. Bad choice of words right there, dog.
But if it's bad choice, did he lie? How do I answer that? Did he lie? Did he lie? Alabama does that to everybody. They did it to Ohio State. They did it to everybody. Hold on. That year, they did it to Georgia in the championship. We lost. Georgia lost by more points than Miami did in the conference championship.
Is that? He did lie.
Hold on, answer this question. Hold on. So if the guys were soft, let me get this question. So if a team is soft, how do you finish on a 6-game win streak when you had multiple tough losses early? How's a team soft? So what a soft team looked like was a team this year that looked totally soft, that quit on the coach that they didn't have faith in. They quit on him. And that's why you see a mass exodus of those players. They didn't want to play for this guy. He's the big rah-rah guy that doesn't back up his talk. He doesn't back up his talk.
Made him work, bro.
But you saying that this man, hold on. You saying that this team is soft. You said you saw a soft team. A soft team do not go win 6 out of 7 games with freshmen. That's not a soft team.
The better
cut
players.
It. All right, hold on. Cut it. Hayden, you got it. And then we're going to the call. Hayden, go ahead.
Manny had a seniority problem. The young guys finally got in because of the injuries. That saved him. Rhett Lashley saved him. Bro went 7-5 and could have easily been 5-7. Not to mention that ugly loss, 4th and 14 to FSU, bro. He don't lose that game, he might still have his job. but it was one of many. We had Carolina beat, Virginia beat. How many games did we lose? We should have won that year. I don't want to keep talking about this 7-5 year or this 8-win 2021 when that was all Rhett Lashley. That was all Rhett Lashley.
Hold on, I'm coming to it. Listen, I'm coming to my dog 12, and I'm getting up out of here, man. Y'all ain't gonna ruin my Super Bowl Sunday. I'm finna cheer for somebody. I'm finna cheer for one of these teams that I never cheered for. So that's what I'm finna do. Real quick, I'm going to my dog 12. Listen, y'all know him as V12, co-host of the Canes Talk Live. He don't play no games. He said a long time ago, 10-2 is the new 7-5. He said 10-2 is the new 7-5.
Agree.
Y'all clap it up for my dog. A V12 in the building. Oh, damn, I forgot the sound effect. All right, 12, hold on. All right, here we go. I'm out of cane juice. When I'm out of cane juice, the show over. 12, talk to us.
Look, I love the debate. When somebody come on and say that they call her herself Hoodie Girl, man, I love that kind of stuff, man. I love these brothers. Hey, man, it's a lot of good stuff going around. Let me just say this. This is how I look at it. Injuries or not, we have D1, 3, 4, and 5-star players at the U. It ain't about injuries. It's about coaching. And what happened with this team, injuries or not, yes, let's say it's about injuries. We have that. But also, the coaches did not get the best out of these players. That's the bottom line. Let's call a spade a spade. The coaches, hey, listen, when you go through a college football season, all programs are going to have injuries. Your second and third string players have to be as good as your first string players. Let me tell you something. I know that we always talk about back in the day, and Hoodie Girl gave an excuse about second and third string players, but Coach, you always say all the days, well, you got Frank Gore backing up who? Who was Frank Gore backing up back in the day?
Willis McGahee.
Clinton Porter. Listen, McGahee. So, whoever you want to say it was, our second and third string players were a lot better than a lot of teams' first string players. So again, it's going back to recruiting and it's going back to coaching, getting the best out of these players. I mean, everybody has injuries. Hey, TCU had injuries. Everybody has injuries. I mean, so we have to make sure we get the best out of these players, point blank. And we'll see what happens this year. Again, Miami's always behind the eight ball. We paying $10 million for Mario Cristobal. We almost at spring football and we have no OC. Come on, make it make sense. Then you try Charlie Brown. You try Charlie Brown, Charlie Strong. You don't give a man a shot? Come on, man. What are we doing here? So y'all think things are gonna be different this year? Don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath, Hayden. Don't hold your breath. Because I don't see it going in the right direction right now. We gonna see. But I'm not sold. I'm not sold 100%. Holler at me.
I hate to say it, but if y'all are right,
Hold on, I lost me.
The University of Miami football is over. If this don't work, well, how did we recover? Tell me.
You hire Lane Kiffin.
All right, listen, real quick. 12, you still there, 12?
With everything. They went all in with AD, with everything.
All right, hold on real quick, man. So Measy757, shout out to the Hampton Roads area. I'm not a Manny fan, but all of these arguments against Groove are blame Manny, but excuses for Mario. And that's an interesting point. And I think, I think that's what's happening. We're blaming Manny for what he didn't accomplish, but they become excuses for Mario for what he hasn't accomplished yet. And I think that's where the problem is. I see you nodding, Hayden. Would you agree with that or disagree with that?
I would, and that's why I continue to admit that this season was a travesty, just like Manny's first and many coaches' first at a university.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of things that should have went differently. It was not a good first year. I completely agree. There's a lot of blame to be put on Mario for that. I am not over here saying, I'm not trying to not give him the blame he deserves. All I'm saying is let's just see. That's all I'm saying.
So and then here's the next flip, right? Talk about injuries, and Groove actually laid out a good point about all of the injuries he had 7-5, of course, for the Miami Hurricanes is not what we want, but it ain't 5-7. Then, to Shad's point, 499, Coach, this is my rebuttal to injuries. How did Mario win 10 games in 21 with all those injuries they had apparently at Oregon he was talking about? So at Oregon, they had a slew of injuries, but yet they still won all those games. So you have those same injuries on this side. Now, again, you can pick out specific positions. You know, you down 2 or 3 on the guard or so forth and so on. But you have to be able to adjust to injuries because, injury is not, for example, right? You have to have contingency plans in football. That's why I love this game. I love this game because it is the closest thing that you will do as a civilian to war. What do I mean by that? Meaning, you know, if this person goes down, there's so many variables in this game. What happens if this goes down? This person goes down. You know how many people never think about if a coach goes down? But as a head coach, you have to think about what happens if my DC goes out with food poisoning? You know, something major happens where he can't be a part of the game that day. Like, as a head coach, you have to think about those. You can't assume that it's not going to happen because we've seen, who was the coach? I forget. The coach that was coaching from upstairs in the hospital bed. They rolled a hospital bed in the stadium so he could coach from upstairs. One dude was coaching from an iPad. You remember that Groove? But what I'm saying is,
I think it was the Auburn coach. Wasn't it Hugh Freeze or somebody like that?
I don't know. I can't remember. I just remember the incident. But what I'm saying is, a head coach, you have to take every and anything in consideration. The things that you never thought about, you have to think about. You have to learn from other people's mistakes. So when you at coaching conferences, you on the phone and you hear, man, you ain't gonna believe my equipment manager left all the helmets at the house. I mean, he left the extra helmets. Like, you have to think of all of that stuff, believe it or not, as a head coach, because at the end of the day, the only stat that matters is W's and L's. Nobody cares. Like you said, if you got 500, here's the deal. If North Carolina put up 500 yards rushing on us and we still won the game, 500 yards don't mean nothing.
Facts. That's a good point.
Right?
No, yeah. Win the game. That's all that matters.
Well, 500 yards and you lose, you compound the problem. That's the issue. Right? Jordan scored 63 against the Celtics. But you know what the Celtics are saying? We won the game.
Facts. Yeah.
LeBron just broke the scoring record. I forgot who they play. I don't watch basketball. But you know what that team is saying? We won the game.
And, hey, that's what it's going to come down to. And Mario, you said you got to learn from other people's mistakes. Mario's going to have to learn from his own mistakes. If not, again, he's in trouble. He's going to have to learn. I really, really hope this was a learning lesson for him this year. But what I continue to preach on is this man is literally looking at being one of the biggest embarrassments in the University of Miami history if he don't get his crap together. And, I mean, that's on him, bro. But I just know myself as a man and as a human being, I would be willing to do whatever it took. So if my man can't let go of his ego.
Can I say one thing?
Say one thing, and then I'm gonna close out. I got the 2 hour mark.
Gotcha. Okay, I see in the chat. I'm looking at the chat that you keep talking about Manny's depth and all this, and coach's depth. All right, what they got to understand is the previous great coaches that are having success right now, they had to get it done with other coaches' players. You know what I'm saying? Nick Saban had to do. Nick Saban didn't have the luxury of a transfer portal. Kirby Smart didn't have the luxury of a transfer portal. You can say, "Oh well, Coach Rick left them with this and that talent." They still wasn't up to the talent that they was now. All right, they went 75. They had to ride them out 2 years to get their recruits in. You feel what I'm saying? I guarantee it. If Nick Saban had the portal, he would have utilized the portal. He didn't have that luxury. But the great coaches, they adjust and they adapt to the talent that they have. That's the problem Mario didn't do. He didn't adapt. If you know TVD is not this type of, if you know this is not just the talent that you have, you got to hire around it. You can't force feed a style. Even Nick Saban has gone away with that ground and pound because the game is different. You can't play that way no more. People, no team has ever won a championship with the spread. That's a lie. Alabama just won the championship. Georgia just ran on the spread. Look how they utilize their receivers and their tight ends. Look at the Devontae Smith. Look at LSU. They had 3 receivers with over 1,000 yards receiving.
They were dogs.
If they're not an up tempo, but the previous year nobody thought that they was going to win a championship because the previous year they only won 10 games. They only won 10 games the previous year we played them. Hold on, and that's the same team that played us the year prior and only had 200 and some yards total. It's the same team. What happened was they got a coach, another offensive mind, and they changed that. And Coach Orgeron changed the philosophy. Go look up the stats. They didn't have over 300 yards total. We outgained LSU in that game. We outgained LSU.
I agree. Let me read this donos. I got to get off here. Muhammad, man, he says, Coach, can I be honest with you? I'm starting to not care about the Canes like the Dolphins. We, the city of Miami, we lose all interest. And that happens, man. We'll lose our attention span quickly. I appreciate the $4.99. Melissa with the $4.99. Oh, 12, I didn't know you was on here. Hold on, let me slap your face, 12. I didn't know you was on here, 12.
No, I'm just listening.
Go ahead.
No, I'm here, brother. Hey, listen.
Scared.
So go ahead. No, we're going to listen real fast. She's been on there for a while.
All right. Melissa 49, you talking depth. What Mario's supposed to do about depth in his first season with Manny's bench?
Well, listen, but hold on.
Hold on. I'm going to let 12 answer, then I'll go ahead. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. So, but like Groove saying, see, when the depth is, when the person is winning with the other person's players, it's all good, right? But when they're losing and not going well, it's all bad. They blame
Sonny Dykes.
But to Groove's point, and I've been saying this all along, Coach. You know this. If you're a great coach, no matter who players you got to bring the best out of those players. Yes, Melissa, I'm talking depth. That's correct. But however, that used to be our MO. We have the best players 1, 2, and 3. You better ask somebody. And so that's the bottom line. I think my concern with Miami is how we did not compete even on 2 and 3. The competition level sucked this year. And I think most people can say, hey, we had a 5 or 7 season, with injuries, with this, with that, but at least we came out and we did compete. We had no heart, we had no dog, and that's why people lose interest in the youth. He has to change this. He got to turn it around, fellas, Melissa, ladies and gentlemen. He has to turn it around. And to Groove's point, you got to adapt and adjust to this college football game. If not, you're going to get left behind. I'm trying to tell you.
Sure enough, real quick, Muhammad 499, appreciate you. Mario better change this around. Otherwise, Hard Rock on Saturdays will literally have 5,000 people in it every week. The city is losing interest. Facts. Man, I appreciate y'all so much, man. I'm going to let y'all get y'all last line in. Coach about to get out of here because guess what? That jingle mean I'm out of cane juice, and I got to go find some if you understand what I'm saying. Real quick, Shad, 14-19, $4.99. If Mario would have won, we would have said, look how well Mario did developing this team. But since we didn't have the players, are bad, make it make sense. Y'all getting to the groove. 199 Groove and V12. I agree with y'all. Facts. And Measy 757. As long as fans can use Manny as an excuse, then Mario will never be held accountable for his mistakes. No excuse getting blown out by MTSU and Duke. Here's my question.
Who made excuses?
No, I'm saying here's my question. When do we stop talking Manny?
Now.
What year does Manny Diaz no longer come up in this discussion?
Right now.
Can I go? I'm gonna tell you when.
That's all I've been asking, bro.
When we paid a $10 million man and he produces better than Manny. That's what we're talking about. That's the facts, right? We talking about X's and O's. We talking about make dollars make sense. When his stats and his record outshines Manny, then we stop talking about Manny. At the bottom line, he's always going to be compared to the next coach unless he blows it out the water. And guess what? We weren't paying Manny $10 million a year or whatever it is, how much he's getting paid over the time. I'm not even remember so much damn money. I can't even remember how they're paying him. But Manny never even got none of that. So until he produces and his records are better than Manny, we'll stop talking about Manny. So what ain't happening this year?
And this is the thing. This is the thing I gotta say, and then
Oh, did we lose you?
that's gonna be. I said that before. Now all of a sudden, look. It keeps all you hearing now is look at what what Mario was able to do with Cam Kitchens and Leonard Taylor. Now all of a sudden what he was did with those, look how they flourished under him. But it does. But the other side, it doesn't affect. It doesn't make sense. So now, is Manny Players the issue?
Not the only issue. No one said that. Mario's got a lot of things.
Which one is it? That's my thing. Which one is it? Is it
my
the
man's got to
players?
take accountability.
We don't have the depth or not. You feel what I'm saying?
But
That's my whole issue. Do we have the depth or not? Because I'm praising Cam Kitchens. He was the same guy last year.
Yeah, bro, but we didn't have depth. We had no talent. By the end of the day, no one is giving him excuses or giving him a pass. This season sucked. I'm just saying it's not over.
All right, I'm gonna say this in conclusion. I've said this before. I'm not picking a side. It's just these are all Coach Hayes' opinions. Some of them are in line with Groove. Some of them are in line with Hayden. Some of them are in line with V12.
I'm not saying, listen, look, Coach, and I'm not saying this. I said this. Give Mario his due. We are allowed to criticize a person who's making that much money. I'm not saying fire Manny. I'm not saying fire Cristobal. I'm not saying fire him at all. I'm saying that right now we're not starting off well for what we pay for. You remember back in the day you had them Tupperwares, and the Tupperware was supposed to be leak proof. Your mama sent you with that spaghetti at Brentwood Elementary School, and it turned over, and the spaghetti turned over in your book bag, and you were mad. Coach, we got to be able to get what we pay for, and right now it ain't working. So we gotta give them the opportunity. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm giving the opportunity, but right now I don't like what I'm seeing based off of last year, and we're in the same situation this year. I'm not so for the fan base. V12, not saying fire Mario, but make sure you got to have a lot. It got to be a lot better this year. That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
It's not gonna get it.
I agree.
Hey, I'm slapping you, cuz. Let me tell you something. You ain't lying. You used to have that thing.
You like that, Coach?
12. Let me tell you something. You know why it's so funny to me?
You like that one, Coach?
Because I remember the spaghetti, dog, and you had a Tupperware where you used to push it down in the middle, supposed to push the air out, and your mama like, it's not going to spill, so you throw it. When you open it up, your whole lunch be inside your bag, dog. You ain't had nothing to eat. So for that being said,
oh, yeah.
Anyway. Listen, I'm about to get off of here. I'm going to say this in conclusion, man. I appreciate each and everybody that came on, check this out on this great Super Bowl Sunday. To you, Hayden, thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. To you, Big Groove, we got more to do. Hey, boy, you better get in that gym, boy, because you messing with a big fish in Miami Float. That boy say he going big fish hunting around here.
Man,
so
I got my fish scale.
About to be
2-1. I ain't worried about it.
So listen, right now, Big Groove is 2-0 right now. We're gonna have something going on, but like I said, we're gonna definitely make it happen. Hayden and Groove, do me a favor. When I end this show, don't hang up. Just stay in the background for 2 seconds. I need to ask y'all something. All right. And then with that being said, I will say this, and it's just how I look at it right now, and even to V12's point, I don't think we're getting what we paid for. I don't think anybody here realistically thought that, even though I know people said it, I don't know if people really thought we were going to win the ACC championship or even the Coastal. But I don't think anybody thought we were going 5-7. And I have to include this. Can I be very honest? I never gave a record prediction throughout the season because I said I'm going to let them set the table. But I did not think 5-7. I have to be very honest. I was thinking 7-5. I had to be very honest. I never said that out loud. 7-5 in essence. Maybe 6-6 because I know how this game goes. But 5-7 to lose to a Middle Tennessee, so forth. And that had nothing to do with injury. We had some injuries, but Middle Tennessee State lost. was not injury riddled, was not a reason we lost that game because of injury. Did we have some? Yeah, Zion Nelson. Yeah, but everybody, you don't think Middle Tennessee State had injuries?
Just don't think we had a single receiver worth a dang this year.
But you know why I find that hard to believe? You know why I don't believe that? Because you're going to tell me Middle Tennessee State had a receiver that was worth a dang this year when they ain't won a game since?
Fair enough.
Like, these are the things I'm saying is that what we have to do is, here's the hardest part about fandom. We can't make things fit our narrative. And I think that's where the biggest problem comes is, you know, it's like your kid who plays ball. Oh, the reason he ain't good because the coach don't like him. But if he out there balling, it ain't the coach's fault, right? If they lose, like, it's always an excuse. And versus, this is how you get over problems. Let's just call a spade a spade. That doesn't mean I'm not supporting you. That doesn't mean I don't like you. That doesn't mean I don't have your back. Let's call it what it is. You underachieved this year by far. And that's what it was. You underachieve, whether it is due to your hiring. You underachieve, whether it is due to your coaching acumen, whether it is your in-game situational skills, whether it is, guess what? If we have all these injuries, now we got to start looking at our strength and conditioning. I'm not saying this is a Coach Field problem. What type of injury? Are we having skeletal injury problems? Are we having soft tissue injury problems? Are we having, like Restrepo? No, I don't mind that you break your foot. You're a man that break his thumb. Those are, I mean, some things you can't help it happen. But if we're having labrum tears, then what do we need to do different? If we're having hamstring pulls, what do we need to do different? These are all the things a head coach is responsible for at the end of the day. And so I say all that to say, that's where I think we underachieve. And again, we'll pull a narrative, including myself. I do it too. It was a great point by, I think it was Shad or Muhammad that said, well, what happened to the injuries you had at Oregon? But yet you had these same injuries here, and look at the games you lost. You don't think Duke had injuries? You don't think these other teams had injuries to lose 7 games this year? Yes, they had injuries. All right. But anyway, with that being said, I thank you guys. Don't hang up. I thank you guys so much. I want you to truly enjoy the Super Bowl Sunday. Don't get too much cane juice in your system where you can't go to work tomorrow, because Coach is going to work tomorrow. I'm going to enjoy it. But I appreciate you guys through and through, man. My man V12 in the building.
Coach Jalen Hurts.
Oh, see, he's still on the line. This dude like a ghost, man. All right.
Please follow my Storm Warner channel. Follow my Storm Warner channel. Me and my boy A Black for some more Kane content. I put the link in the chat. Follow me and my boy A Black, man. We go on every week. Please subscribe. Help us get up to 1,000 subscriptions. Storm Warner. Type in Storm Warner, and you can look at my Twitter page. I got some of the our previous content posted on our page. Please hit that like button and comment and subscribe to Coach Hayes if you're new to the channel. Yes, sir.
All right. And Hayden, I don't know if you have a platform or anything, or you just want to tell people your name and, hey, go Canes or whatever, please do so.
Hayden Unts. I'm on Facebook and Instagram. I mean, I got to get my Twitter rolling, but I'm old school with the social. I love the U. I do talk to a lot of people. I'm not like legit insiders or anything like that, but I love my Canes, so I do my research and I go to games, and it is, it's Hayden Unts Facebook. I think it's Hayden_Unts14 on Insta. Hit me up. Love y'all. Appreciate the opportunity.
Hey, no, man. Hayden, I thank you for coming, man. It was fun. That's why I love to do this. It's all fun at the end of the day. And thank you guys, man. But with all that being said, I'm going to go out of here right now. Please subscribe to the channel. Go check out Big Groove on Storm Warning. My man A Black. Go to the Miami Flow team. Any one of those channels they got under the Miami Flow team, y'all hit the button. Make it happen, man. V12, subscribe to V12. He's at Coach Hayes Football, so subscribe to V12. Ain't that right, 12?
He got to get his slap before he go, Coach.
The Cane Juice Consumer, a.k.a. Coach Hayes, a.k.a. Coach Hayes, a.k.a. Coaching Me Coach.
A.k.a. Coach Blanco.
All my followers, everybody who mess with me, hey, hit Coach Hayes up, man, and give him what the likes and whatever y'all would give me, man. That's my brother, Coach Blanco.
Coach Blanco.
And V Dulce, not V Dulce, Coach. V Dulce. D-O-C-E, not Dulce. D-O-L-C-E, okay? Get that right, Coach Hayes.
Hey, do me a favor. Stick your chin out. They say one more slap, please.
You got to hold your chin out. Call your chin out, Hayden. You got to get that slap before you go.
Oh, that's true. Hayden, if whoever loses got to get the slap. So please, Hayden, hold on. Hayden, please extend your chin out at about 6 to 7 inches. And
Got me.
You out here, my man. I got you. So I appreciate you. I thank you. We out of here. I could go on and on and on and on. And we out here. So I appreciate y'all, boy. Thank y'all so much. Don't hang up. And we'll catch y'all next Sunday, 6:30. Don't miss it. Big Groove versus Miami Flow. And we out here, y'all. Peace. Catch you at the 50-yard line.